We got a late start, but that's okay. The Lord will forgive us. He will forgive us. So that being said, Rooker, thank you so much for showing up and being a guest. I believe, I have faith we're gonna have a fun time, and I believe it's gonna be for a good cause. And we're just gonna be chilling a little bit and having fun. For those that might be joining in at some point in time, the thing that I'll point out is that this is for charity, and it's for the Extra Life Children's Hospital Network. And so me and Rooker, we did like a charity live stream last year, and he was graceful enough to tolerate me one more year. And so that being said, Rooker, can you see my screen in Discord by chance?
Yes, let me
Okay,
pull that up though.
okay. All right.
I see
So
you.
all right. So what I'll do is we'll just go down memory lane just for a brief moment.
This
And
deck is gonna be so bad. It's gonna be so bad.
all right. So wait. Now I kind of like archived it, but it's here. And this was the deck back in the day that you helped. It was not a commander deck. I just had to save it so that it went down to the bottom of my list, like while I was doing other stuff. But it was a 60 card deck, and this is a trip down memory lane from it would have been October of last year. So let's see some of the things. And I remember I had to spend so many coins to get this deck built, but um, just let me know. I'll kind of call out the cards, and then maybe you can reminisce and like, oh, that's just
So I do remember, I think, what happened, and we said we don't just want to talk about life gain with this deck. We want it to be a cleric deck because this
yes, you're right.
fundraiser.
Because it is a fundraiser, and clerics are healers in lore. So definitely, you are correct on that. So we had frag. You don't have to explain like the whole deck, but I'm just gonna kind of click through so you can kind of reminisce and
So definitely Lunarch Veteran and Soul Warden are the this style of deck is pretty famous and it's often called Soul Sisters, named
mhm,
after Soul Warden.
right.
And but we decided to make sort of a hybrid Soul Warden and cleric deck. So if you can actually scroll down to like Aura,
Okay. Let me
um,
see.
very bottom.
Yep. There.
So Aura is a payoff for clerics. It's getting doctors to work together. And it says whenever one of them dies, they just bring back a smaller one. So we have this combo of a bunch of life gain
Hmm.
and recursion. It was This is a very thematic deck while still being actually quite strong.
Right. And I do remember, even though I had never piloted it before, it was like, whoa, that did some crazy stuff. And the deck really, you had mentioned that there was like modifications that could be done to like even further optimize it, but just to get like the core mechanics to trigger like even occasionally, it was still a fun deck from what I recall. And so the Rooker Extra Life 2024 deck was a cleric deck, and I was looking for it. I'm like, I know I saved it, and there it was again. But there is some crazy cards in here. But that being said, since we've talked, time has passed. It without doubt, and I think it only fair to ask the question. Um, what do you think has changed in Magic in terms of like standard? Do you see like a certain direction that Magic is going as a game? Are you like the things maybe something you like, or you're like, ooh, that's really not the great direction?
Some
Since last time, what do you think are just some general thoughts about the state of the game?
I am going to give an extremely cold take.
Uh huh.
A lot of people agree with this.
Mm-hmm.
So recently, there have been sets based around Spider-Man. Apparently, there's even one coming based on Star Trek in standard. These are not just supplemental sets.
Oh goodness.
And it's like, it is very much breaking some of the fantasy immersion that people have. It's apparently bringing a lot of new players into the game,
Right.
but kind of short term.
Mm-hmm.
Is at least I would suspect it's short term.
Right.
And so a lot of people just feel like there's a fair amount of, classic corporate greed sort of stuff going on, and that's what's fueling these decisions to keep on printing out these
Right.
IP based sets. But I would actually say, despite a lot of flavor failing, I
Hmm.
think Wizards of the Coast has gotten so good at designing cards to be fun more than designing them to be strong. In
Right.
order to make, like, making a new set feel exciting,
Right.
one of the most common ways people do it in a game that's a bit more simple, uh, I'm going to say Pokemon. I know Pokemon's actually really complex at a competitive level, but it's going to be slightly simpler than Magic.
Hmm.
For those games, often the way to get people excited about new cards is to make them stronger. But Magic, you're allowed to have cards that just rewrite the rules of the game, and that's interesting. So instead of going towards power creep, there's been a bit of complexity and synergy creep going on in the game, and I am
Hmm.
it is so much fun to brew. Like, the last every time a set comes out, I never get around to all the cards that I want to brew because
Right.
there's just too many interesting things that you could try. So
Right.
I think gameplay great, flavor a little falling behind.
Mm-hmm. I saw a meme. You mentioned how like they're crossing different lines and reaching into different fan bases and player bases and such. But I remember seeing a meme, and it was like the meme was like, what players from the 1990s will think if they came back to the game after 20 years? That's like, I'd like to play SpongeBob, and then we're gonna do a Spider-Man card and the Hammer of Thor, and of course, it was a meme talking about how the purists are like, no, it needs to be a traditional, it has to stay in the fantasy world. But I think I agree with you. It brings, at the very least, it brings a different generation. Now, whether time will tell whether it was more good than bad, and if the strengths outweigh the weaknesses and all of the formalities of it. But without doubt, it brings a different energy to a new generation of players. And for that, you have to, at the very least, respect the fact that they were willing to like go outside the box to bring Magic to basically a new generation of players. So that's commendable. And so, all right, so state of the game. That's some very good comments and observations. We very briefly talked about the deck from last year. That was pretty interesting. The cleric deck, and man, some of those cards. I'll tell you what, like, number of the channeler was just going off. There was a few that were just like, man, that's crazy. And so now, one thing I guess it would be a reasonable thing to do. Rooker, I've introduced you, but I haven't really given you an opportunity to like kind of tell a little bit about yourself. Maybe how about I think last year you told a little bit about how long you played, but um, how about this year you share like what's the most favorite part of the game that you have found yourself like going back to over and over again that is basically the love of the game. What aspect of the game is like your love of the game?
So I'm a bit of a mathematician.
Hmm.
So no joke, when I think about deck building, one of the thoughts that comes to mind is like this is at least like 100 dimensional optimization problem.
Right.
And I love seeing deck building as an optimization problem
Hmm.
because my goal generally with deck building is to find local maximums. I don't want to find the best deck, but I want to find the best that each deck can be. Like,
Right.
it might be a really bad idea, but if the deck is cohesive and we optimize as much as we can, I don't care if it's a bad deck. I love an optimized bad deck.
Right.
And so my favorite part of the game by far is just trying bad ideas, and sometimes some of them end up not actually being bad. And that's
Right.
just very enjoyable to me, is that whole process of discovering and going, wait a second, there's enough support for this. This might be real.
Hmm.
I'm not trolling anymore.
Right. Right. Okay. That's cool. And in terms of like your gameplay through the years, I mean, would you say that you've shared that with other players where you can like point to people and you're like, oh, you know what, they they've they've adopted and accepted this one aspect of the game that I've really enjoyed, where you get the satisfaction of knowing you helped another person like basically come into the gaming community for Magic the Gathering.
Yeah, so I'm gonna shout out the artisan Discord earlier than
Yes,
planned.
do that. Yeah, yeah, I do that. Do that. You got all the time in the world, man.
So I play a niche format that's extremely free to play is the main purpose of the format, and it's called Artisan. And we get a lot of people who are new to the game because it's so free to play. People who are invested in the game are usually more experienced. So a lot of people who join this Discord are fairly new, want to have fun brewing decks, and all the time they'll post, "Hey, look at this cool deck list I came up with."
Right?
And it's always fun to look at the deck list and go, "Hey, there's an even better option here for you." Because they'll be going down some rabbit hole that I've thoroughly explored in the past, and I'll be like, "Hey, this is actually a really good option that you're missing out on." And
Right.
it's fun to see people discover how many possibilities there are. So I think I have instilled that in some people. I'm thinking specifically of um maybe I shouldn't call out someone specific because I don't have their permission, but there's someone specific in the Discord that I think of when I'm saying this.
Good. 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 And I think that's good because when you think about the origins, I wasn't there when Magic the Gathering like basically started as a concept, but the one thing I gathered about it is that the intention of the game was that you could gather people together and just play a chill game. It wasn't like you're grinding through a Monopoly game, but every game was different, and it was founded on the idea of people just getting together, sitting across the table. And back in the day, there was no like multiple players in one match. It was just a one person you know playing against one person. But I think that it's good that Magic hasn't truly lost the concept of people just getting together. You're sitting across the table. You got yourself a soda, and you got yourself a player mat, and you got yourself a deck of cards, and it's just chilling. And I think the fact that you can point to people in your community that you're like, hey, I affected them positively. I think that's a compliment to that you've continued in the spirit of the game as well. And so that's really good. And also, since we're here, you mentioned the Discord. Did you mention the name? I might have been clicking on some technical stuff in the background, but did you mention the Discord name as well? Yeah.
What?
In one more time?
I I don't actually know what the name is, come to think of it. What are
Oh
we
my
called?
gosh. Are you gonna make me he's gonna make me go.
I,
It's called MTG Artisans. He's gonna make me go to his own Discord.
no, I actually just don't even remember the name. I just think of it as
Uh
that Discord. It's
it's
the
it's
Artisan
that
Discord.
one. The one right there that's been there a lot of years. That one right over there.
I don't look at the name, I just click on it. I see the
Oh,
icon.
that's lovely. That's lovely. And actually, I can confirm it. I'm looking at it right now. But the name of Rooker's community that he's a part of, it's dedicated to Magic, and the name of it is MTG Artisans. No spaces, no dashes, just MTG Artisans. He's like, oh, I should have known
And
that. uh,
honestly, it's hard to find like a link to the Discord, but
oh,
whenever well I mean like you can't just know the name and get a link for that.
oh,
So probably the easiest way to find it is whenever there's a big artisan tournament, I will post a tournament report and a link to the Discord on Reddit.
oh.
So if you just like look in Reddit for artisan, you will probably find a link to it very quickly.
I mean, would I be breaking NSA agreement or NDA agreements if I like posted the Discord
Oh no,
URL?
no.
Okay,
No,
well,
yeah, it's totally fine.
I
It's not intentionally hard to find. It's just hard to find links to
it's
Discords.
it's it's top secret. That's basically what he's trying to say. It's top secret. They have a special handshake,
Exclusive.
exclusive community. But I did post the link, and let me actually also put the name of it here. Artisans. Uh, And so if you're a Magic player and you find our VOD at a later point in time, and you're like, oh yeah, I'm always looking for a Discord community that has good folks and good content, check them out. I am trying to type this as fast as I can, and I have put their link, although it's possible that that particular link will expire at some point in time. But more importantly, just remember the name of it, and that should pop up somewhere in the chat. And just MTG Artisans. But since we're talking about your Discord and some of the connections that you've established with Magic players, tell us briefly about what Artisan is. Now, I know that a lot of people that play paper magic, they would know like, oh yeah, I'm playing historic, or another a very common term is I'm playing standard, and that's very common format types. Standard being the most recent block of sets and core sets that are active in that format, and then historic is there's a bit more stuff, excluding like banned cards and such. But give kind of a brief overview of what an artisan format is to the person that may not be familiar with it.
Yeah, so MTG Arena um, is completely free to download, and so a lot of people have it. But one of the biggest bottlenecks when it comes to building a good deck is rare wild cards. Rare cards are rare, like you get wild cards that you can use to craft any specific card you want, but rare wild cards are, like the name says, rare. And but Wizards of the Coast kind of floods you with common and uncommon wild cards. Like I have 300 uncommon wild cards, 500 common wild cards just sitting around in my account right now, and I'm free to play. I am completely free to play. Never spent a cent on this game. So what we did was we said, well, what if we just built decks that were completely free? Like we all want to brew a little bit. Brew meaning, create some sort of creative deck, but we don't want to waste our wild cards on brewing.
Right.
But what if we only use the common and uncommon ones that we've just got infinite of, it feels like.
Right.
And so we did, and it's kind of there's a fun little thing where almost every person I know who's super invested in the format eventually posts a picture where they're like, I finally ran out of uncommon wild cards. And then, they'll have replenished them by a month later. But it's like, it's kind of fun once you've like almost crafted every single uncommon card in the entire game as you're trying to just build weird decks. So yeah, it's just an extremely brew heavy format. Common and uncommon cards only is pretty much all the artisan is. Decks that you can craft practically for free
Right.
on MTG Arena.
Right.
Um, and something interesting, I mentioned how Wizards of the Coast has gotten really good creatively. Um, there's these draft formats that are popular for competitive play, where everybody gets a pack of cards, picks one card from the pack, and passes the rest. So a lot of common and uncommon cards are designed around draft,
Right.
which means they're designed to be open-ended, so that there's as much strategy as possible in draft. So I personally feel like brewing is more interesting in Artisan than any other format for that reason.
Okay.
Because it's more modern cards once Wizards of the Coast started getting good at this, because MTG Arena is only some of the more modern Magic cards. And it's only the cards that were really mostly designed towards draft, these very strategic formats built around building decks on the fly.
Sure.
So it's so much fun. Um, Very good format. I could actually, if you want a good idea of what the format looks like for those of you who do play Magic, Art, if you'd be willing to let me share the
Oh,
screen,
let me get that. Hold on a second.
I
One
I can
moment.
I'll show you
All
guys
right.
some of the decks
All right.
from a recent tournament.
I will hold on one second. I am like doing some OBS stuff. I will be there in one moment. Let me close this.
But yeah,
Oh,
I recently participated in a in an invitational artisan tournament, so only people who had done well in previous artisan tournaments were invited. We wanted to see like top tier competitive decks only.
Okay,
I actually,
I think this is
oh,
you, right? Hold on a second. I believe that is you. Yep, yep.
alrighty.
And I'm trying my best. My computer's like, I'm hurting. You're doing too much stuff. I'm dropping frames, but we're gonna try our very best, and I will just monitor the frame drop. So
Yep.
so tell us a little bit about what you got happening here.
Yeah, so this is the deck I took to this invitational. I got third place with it, and I think it shows a bit of what Artisan's about. So the premise of this deck is Overwhelming Remorse. This spell costs one less to cast for each creature in your graveyard. Writhing Necromass. This costs one less to cast for each creature card in your graveyard. Huskburster Swarm. This costs one less to cast for each creature card you own in exile or in your graveyard. Hollow Marauder costs less for each creature card in your graveyard. If you haven't caught the pattern yet, you haven't been paying attention. This
Right.
deck is about filling the graveyard with creatures and then
Mm-hmm.
playing these cards for practically free,
Right.
usually just one black mana. Combine this with Up the Beanstalk. Whenever I cast a spell that costs 5 or more, draw a card.
Right.
Note it doesn't say when you spend 5 mana, it says when it costs 5 or more mana. So
Right.
effectively, I'll be playing these cards for 1 mana, draw a card. 1 mana, draw a card. And so I'm just churning through my deck while placing very large creatures on the battlefield.
Right.
I ended up dying to a combo deck.
Oh goodness.
I lost to a combo deck followed by an extremely aggressive deck.
Oh goodness.
Um, so I ended up getting third place. They got first and second, respect.
Okay.
Combo got first.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, shoot. Yes, I believe the combo deck got first. I stopped paying attention after I was out of there. I was so mad. No, just kidding.
Oh
But
goodness.
yeah, I can actually show you the top two decks. Even though I feel terrible, I cannot remember who won.
Hmm.
That is weird. But yeah, the top two decks we had Galvanic Blast Burn. And for those of you familiar with Magic, you might think, oh, mono red aggro, very boring. Except look at how many synergies there are in this. We've got Experimental Synthesizer, which pretty much when you play it and when you destroy it gives you an extra card. Got Clockwork Percussionist. Whenever it dies, you get a card. Note these both have the they have the type artifact.
Mm-hmm.
So this deck is built largely around artifacts because to make this Galvanic Blast deal 4 damage because they control 3 or more artifacts. So there's sort of an interesting synergy. It's also largely built around Dragon Blood Twins, which gets really strong if you've cast 2 or more spells this turn. Thus, all the cards that effectively draw you more cards so that you can play more cards. That way, you can consistently play 2 spells a turn without running out of cards in hand. A very interesting synergistic deck for mono red aggro. It's not that synergistic by artisan standards at all.
Mm-hmm.
Loved this deck. Was not mad to lose to it, especially because I had a good friend piloting it. Well, not a good friend, but
Well, yeah,
a me-
a frenemy, right? Or frenemy.
a member of the community who I very much
I
respect.
gotcha. I gotcha.
And then in first place, I believe this was first place. I can't see it losing. Was this deck, which I could 100% see us playing on this stream because it is built around gaining infinite life.
Hmm. Hmm. Okay.
So Rosie Cotton, when it enters, makes a food token. That's not important. It says whenever you make a token, you can put a +1/+1 counter on something else. Scurry Oak says whenever you put a +1/+1 counter on this, make a token.
Oh, go
When you
figure.
make that token, you put a +1/+1 counter on it again, and you get that loop. Basking Brood Scale, whenever you put a counter on it, it also makes a token. So you can do this an infinite amount of times.
Mm-hmm.
Combine this with our good friend from last year, Soul Warden, and
Mm-hmm.
every time one of these tokens comes into play, we gain a life, making
Nice.
us effectively impossible to kill. The new card that pushed this deck into turbo overdrive is Val, that says whenever you do one of these like many different things,
Right.
you deal 1 damage and gain a life. Note importantly, it says whenever you scry. you gain a life. Trelisara says, whenever you gain life, put a +1/+1 counter on it and scry. See
And then you
scry,
just cycle it.
gain
Yeah,
a
you just
life.
yep.
So there's just a pile of different two creatures that create infinite loops.
Mm,
And so even if you have removal spells,
right,
it's really hard to decide what is worth using the removal spell on. Because
right,
even if they don't have Val, Trelisara is getting all these +1/+1 counters. And so it's like, do I kill Rosie Cotton, which is a more powerful combo piece, or do I kill Trelisara, which is just growing and doesn't even need a combo piece to be broken right now?
right.
Very cool deck. Very impressed. Props to Props. Their username is Props, who
Oh,
ran this
nice,
deck.
nice, nice.
Ugh. So yeah, that's like a rough taste of the format. There was a really fun control deck going around using the new fire magic. Just every single deck I would love to just go over. But
Right, you know how that.
obviously,
Yeah,
if you look at my list, these are like all artisan decks. I've got like two historic decks, three historic. I've got like five historic decks mixed in, but I've just got artisan decks for days.
right, right. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. And that's a tremendous wealth of knowledge. And tournaments is. Do you find yourself playing in tournaments very often?
I used to more. I haven't been as much into the game, so I'm currently in university and classic American university thing. I'm working a job and going to school at the same time.
Yeah, working hard to get the college degree, and yeah, yeah. I've been there, done
I'm
that.
I'm actually studying to become a math teacher,
Oh,
and
okay.
I actually have Artisan to thank for that. I had a very serious bout of depression
Mm-hmm.
when I was studying computer science,
Right.
and I couldn't convince myself to do anything
Hmm.
except for a couple things. I eventually was able to convince myself to work on YouTube videos for Artisan. They were really badly put together, honestly, compared to, you know, it certainly was no like Markiplier. I had like 20-person team working on the editing and sound and whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
I wasn't some big thing, but I realized I loved teaching people about the game.
Uh-huh.
And my wife sort of pointed out some of this to me,
Mm-hmm.
and I was going, you know what? You were right. I enjoy teaching. And so I switched to studying to becoming a math educator.
That's great. That's commendable. And and hey, it's a part of wouldn't mathematics be a part of STEM, right? Isn't that a part of the STEM?
Yeah.
Like for kid, yeah. So that's a part of our future, absolutely. That's something that our society could use more of, especially in Washington to balance those budgets. But alas, at least we have educators and people that are interested. As a matter of fact, in the Discord I'm in, we actually have someone that's they're going into like the educational side of stuff as well, and they have experience in that. So yeah, let's call out and shout out to all the educators out there and future educators. Um, so that's pretty cool on that. And so you want to build that one particular deck. That's something we could do. You're gonna have to help me. I will say this: I've been watching my OBS and I am bleeding frames somewhere. I don't know where, but that's okay. We're gonna roll with it, and now I have to trust that it'll work out. But I think, let me see. Let me check our time. We're about 30 minutes in, and what we could do is I could switch, do some extra life stuff, and then I could come back to arena from my view, and then you could help me build that deck if you so desire. Would that be reasonable?
Yes,
Okay, all right.
yeah, I will. I've got a variety of options. I'm gonna let you pick, actually.
Okay.
I'll
No,
give you some rough overviews.
right, I got you. I'm gonna stop watching from your perspective to try to reduce the frame strain, and then switch it to PowerPoint. I think my computer is just like screaming, "No, it's too much stuff. It's too much stuff." But I'm not like disconnecting the call. I think it's just disconnecting from the view, and then I'll switch to my view. Okay, so let me do this, and I need to bring up this one more time. And I'm not a professional. I'm an amateur gamer, so I reserve the right to be a little flawed uh, in my presentation, not being perfect. All right, so we'll exit out of that real quick, and let me bring PowerPoint back. Okay. All right, let me exit this, and one moment. All right, then I need to go to. All right, let's go to PowerPoint land. All right, Extra Life Charity. There we go. Okay, and then let's do slideshow from beginning. Okay, and then let's see here. I would need to do this. I think I can do this. Right? Oh goodness. It's good. It's gonna fight me now. Oh no. Okay. How about now? Will this work? OBS is so finicky on window viewing. Let's try this. Oh come on. I had it working prior to the live stream. Um, no. Oh my goodness. Rooker, I am such an amateur. I'm sorry. I'm just tanking this. Oh goodness. Um,
I guess to fill the time while Malvaro's working on that. I really do appreciate. I want to shout him out for reaching out to me. I feel I used to stream this game quite a bit. Um, and that's actually how I met Malvaro. He's kept in touch just a little bit to be able to do these sort of things, and it's always a treat to be able to come back and do something with him like this. So I really appreciate it.
yep. Unfortunately. All right. So, all right. Maybe. All right, let me try closing this. Closing this and then reopen PowerPoint Extra Life 2025, and then this should now show. Oh, maybe this is it. Okay. Nope, that's not it. How about? Okay. All right. All right. There we go. Let's try this. Please work. Work. Okay. What if I change it to this window? Nope, not that window. Nope, not this one. Oh my gosh. This one. Okay, so you know what? We're gonna have to roll with this. Um, so the let me see here. Automatic. Let me try one other thing here. Extra life file explorer. Nope. This. Okay, we're just gonna try to roll with this. It's not ideal, but you know what? Basically, Extra Life is a charity that I highly appreciate all the things they've done. I, I I think it's important that we never forget, um, the challenges that people face, especially when it involves like families and those that uh, maybe can't help themselves. Obviously speaking of kids. And Extra Life is a charity that is associated with the Children's Miracle Network, hospital network. And they have been in partnership with several organizations, and they started in 2008. That's the beginning of this charity, and it it started small, and they reached out, and they found sponsors, they found people who would promote this charity, and in their first few years they raised $1 million for kids, and it's like, you think of it, $1 million is nothing to sneeze at. And then they reached out to the live streaming community, and that was successful in 2012. And um, by 2014, so think of that, that's 6 years later, there was 100,000 people who were raising funds for this charity. Now, I know a lot of times we think of, fundraisers and, some person just getting their checkbook out and writing something for $100,000. Of course, those are appreciated, but think of all the people who don't have $100,000 to get their checkbook and write a check, but maybe it's $10 or maybe it's $25. And the point of it is that 100,000 people represents people giving to a charity of all stages of life. That being the person who doesn't have a lot that's sharing a little bit. That means people who have they've dug into their pocket, and maybe they have more resources and they've given. But the most important thing takeaway is that it's a collection of people working together for who? For kids. And I like the motto. When I first tried to get my presentation working last year, I had to find, like some graphics and pictures and things like that to get it working properly. And I like their theme for Extra Life. It was play games and heal kids. Now, gamers obviously they game, right? That could be the person who's playing D&D, Dungeons and Dragons. It could be the person playing Magic the Gathering. It could be the person playing Fortnite or the person playing Call of Duty. Or the gaming community is a wide spectrum of people who enjoy a lot of different games. But when a charity comes forth that can draw people from multiple gaming communities and say, hey, this is something important. This is some way that we can make a difference. Um, and it help kids and the family members who are trying to help these kids get past their sicknesses. To me, it meant a lot because um, I consider myself fortunate not to have dealt with too many sicknesses in life, but for those that are facing, tremendous health challenges, to have charity that's directly helping children's hospitals is commendable, because when the parent or the parents or the family member or the guardian is saying, "Hey, I have, my special kiddo, Jim Bob or Guinevere, and they're dealing with a life death situation," to know that resources are being poured into children's hospitals that can change lives. And that kid that goes to a hospital and gets their care and they recover and then they go on with their lives, they'll never forget that. I am reminded of uh, several years ago, I helped in a St. Jude's food kitchen just for a Saturday afternoon, and that's one of many hospitals that help kids. And all I was doing was like putting food on plates and just handing plates to family members. And you would have thought I was just handing out $100 bills. The amount of appreciation for any encouragement, help, resources, uh, strength. Uh, these families, they draw so much help and they are so appreciative. I remember walking away from the St. Jude's event, and thinking to myself, my life has like problems, but I'm not worried about like if I'm gonna live or die. I've not had that. I've not faced that challenge as a person, and to have people that are facing that and they have people rallying around them to help them. To me, that's that's human decency at its finest. When you find a way of helping others, and especially those that are, can't help themselves. Kids, they can't go work a job and get health insurance and like pay for their medical bills. They're 100% dependent on whether it be their guardians or their parents or like friends to help or charitable hospitals that can help them. They're completely dependent on others, and to find a charity that focuses on helping kids, that really resonates with me. And before live stream, Rooker, I had told you that I like there was something that's happened that like makes this charity like more special to me personally. And
Been interested in knowing.
yeah, and the interesting thing, I'm gonna share some stats, and then I'm gonna share that story that I've kind of held back a little bit. But Extra Life has helped the Children's Miracle Network hospitals raise funds and awareness for over 170 hospitals around the United States and in Canada, and it provides 32 million was the last number I saw, but 1 year's passed since I made this presentation, so I'd guess it's like maybe 35 million or somewhere around there. And so tremendous amount of, you know, treatments, and think of how many millions of kids that are getting care. That's something that will change their lives and in many cases help save their lives. But since its inception in 2008, they've raised $132 million. And last year, Rooker, I think I mentioned it briefly last year, but I was going through and I do donate. I wish I could donate $1 million, but I don't have $1 million. I just don't. But I do try to donate from what I do have. And last year I was plugging in my information, and of course I forgot my password, so I have to like password reset and log back in, and the screens are different. I'm clicking through trying to find where can I just send the money. Just I want to take my money. I want to like give money, and I'm going through the screens, and there's a place now in Extra Life where you could choose to say, hey, I'm giving X dollars. And I'm not thinking of a certain hospital. You just take this charity donation and you just use it however you want. If there's one hospital that doesn't get a lot of donations, just give it to them. Just as long as it's going to the network as a whole, you can divvy it out however you want, right? And so there are people that can donate, and you don't have to pick a hospital. They'll allocate the resources according to the needs in that network. But one little option appeared in 2024, and I was like, "Oh, what's this?" And it was a little drop-down thing that loaded up a new screen, and it let you search by zip code. And I thought, "Oh, well, let me put in my home zip code. Maybe I can find the hospital system near me." And I plugged in my zip code, and they weren't a part of this charity network. And I said, "Okay, well, maybe I'll try this zip code where I have family members." And I found the USA Health Children and Women's Hospital in Mobile, Alabama, right? That's where my youngest sister lives. And I have two nephews from my youngest sister, right? She has two little boys. And the first one, at least in 2024, the first little nephew was born, and that's where he was delivered as an infant, right? So that women's hospital, children's hospital, does like deliveries and also additional medical care. And so that was cool. That was the memory that I mentioned last year, right? I don't know if you remember it or not, but the thing that made this charity a little more special is I have a new little nephew, right? And he wasn't as healthy as his older brother. And so he had to kind of camp out in the USA Children's Hospital for a few extra days until he kind of stabilized and it was safe for him to go home. And I was thinking to myself when I like logged in to like do my donation, I'm like, I remembered my newest nephew who's just literally just a few months old now. And he had to stay a few days. I think it was almost just less than a week where he needed a little bit extra care, and it was because of the USA Children's and Women's Hospital in Mobile, Alabama, that my little nephew made it. Because if he wouldn't have gotten care and they said, "All right, champ, just go home," he might not have made it. But because of this particular hospital, and there's many other hospitals. We mentioned there's over 170,000 or 170 hospitals that are represented in this charity, but the one that is nearest to my youngest sister, it it helped save my youngest nephew's life. And I don't know all the details of all the stuff he was struggling with. It was like some respiratory stuff and whatever. But those few extra days that he needed, like that was because of the USA Health Children and Women's Hospital. And so when Extra Life is gathering their monies, that hospital gets a little bit of help. And so when you donate, or in my case, when I donated, I like searched the zip code and found that hospital where my youngest nephew got those extra days of care and survived and made it. And Extra Life contributed to that hospital where he survived. It was because of those doctors and nurses and all the other people who did the stuff they do medically that my youngest nephew like survived. And so the charity has like a special meaning, not just because the hospital is like, oh yeah, it's the hospital near my youngest sister, but it was because of these hospitals that are represented in Extra Life that my youngest nephew, who's just a few months old now, he survived because of the care that he got there, and it saved a life in my own like family. And I'm gonna get teared up. I can't get teared up. I gotta play Magic the Gathering. But I am very appreciative. And when I was going to donate, um, I'm a part of Team Magic the Gathering or Wizards of the Coast, right? And there's a few different teams, but I went to search up my team and okay, I put in my donation and that type of business. And Rooker, hear it out. So I donated yesterday, right?
Okay.
Whatever the amount was that I donated yesterday. They were under $1 million yesterday. They were like 970 some $1,000 from Team Magic or Wizards of the Coast, right? I log
I've
in
seen what the number is
I,
today.
I log in today to get the screenshot so I can update this really jank PowerPoint presentation, and they've like coasted past $2 million for
It's insane.
the Children's Network. And I donate to charities, and I know people they help in charities. Sometimes it's with like their time, sometimes it's with their treasure, sometimes it's with their talents, and everybody can help in some small way, even if it's like, well, Mal, I don't got $1 to my name. I trust me, I've been there, so I can relate. I know what that feels like. So it's not just about the money, right? But even if it's just a matter of awareness, it's something that there are people out there that they help with their resources, they help with their talents, they help with their time, and I would encourage you to find a charity. In tonight, we're kind of focusing on Extra Life, but there may be other charities that help families in your area that you can partner with. But if you're like, you know what, I'm kind of curious, like what kind of charity would be kind of cool to get a part of, or what could be something that I could do in my area that would be available to me. You can check out extra-life.org and you could find them and they would they'd be able to help you, get coordinated in whatever you feel led to do. And so I would encourage that, to donate at your will, whether it be your time, talent, or treasure. And so in this case, we're playing games, but I like this. We can help change kids' health, and by doing that, we're changing the future because every kid represents a part of our future, and you know, every kid that has their life changed and they go on to their life, they'll remember that, and then when it comes time, then they're going to turn around and help someone because someone helped them, and it creates a an ecosystem of just helping others, and so that's the reason why I'm passionate about it, and just I was bringing awareness to it, but yeah, just keep that in the back of your mind, and let's get back to Magic, and let's see if I can get Magic loaded up without crashing my computer. And again, Rooker, I apologize for my computer. It is a budget computer, and I'm thankful for it. But some days it really is like, no, it's too much. It's too much.
My
So,
computer may be one of the main reasons I slowed down streaming. As
uh,
more cards get added to Magic, it really has started to bog down my poor little laptop.
right, right. And let me see if I can get us back here.
Uh,
All right, there we go. I think this will do it. Okay, I think. All right, can you see it in Discord? Can you see my view in Discord? Maybe, possibly. Did it work?
yeah.
No, that's
Wait.
that's you. That's
No,
you.
that's me.
You need to see this. How about that? Will that work?
Hey, hey,
All
hey.
right. Hopefully it'll work. I've been watching out of the corner of my eye, and the frame keep on dropping. Now I'm at 63% frame drops. So it's just unavoidable. There's something. I think it's just a matter of we're doing all kinds of crazy stuff in Discord and have like multiple app. It's all on me though. It's
There.
my system strain. But that being said, let's see if we can put together something that you have from your collection, and maybe you can talk about the synergy. And then after we build it, maybe we'll kick the tires on like a few matches. We're about 52 minutes in, and so that being said, let's get into the deck builder, and maybe you can help me put something together. I will admit that there was some cards. Actually, I'm going to take a commercial timeout. We're going to do a commercial timeout real quick. There are some cards that caught my eye, and I want your take on it before we jump in. Is that okay? Like maybe like a little 5 minute uh,
Well,
card card question. Is that okay if I do a card
sure thing.
question?
Yeah.
All right. So these are some cards that kind of caught my eye in recent um, sets that I have not really. We'll do historic. That's fine. Yep, historic is fine. And then I'm gonna do not collected. Thank you. And these are some cards that kind of caught my eye for different reasons. And let's see if I can find it. And you'll find like I don't even have some of these cards. Come on. Really? Okay. All right. So this one is it's a cavalcade deal. All right. So cavalcade. And then Dragon Sniper. Okay, that's fun. Um,
So
Revenant.
fleeting effigy, it turns out is actually just outclassed if you're gonna try and attack with a 2 power creature.
Yeah.
There's like Inventor's Apprentice and oh, I don't remember what it's called. It's from the most recent Ixalan set, but there's quite a few creatures that say if you own an artifact, it gets +1/+1. And one of them I think even gives haste as well.
Oh,
It's a goblin.
yeah. But the reason why I had that one flagged is because it reminded me of the Ronin card. It wasn't the one. It wasn't that I was going to
Oh,
use it.
yes.
It just reminded me of some. I forget.
Oh, Reinforced Ronin. I
Yeah,
love that card.
reinforced. And yes, that it reminded me. It wasn't a. I didn't have a place for it in a deck. I wasn't going to build around it. It's just it reminded me of this Muppet right here.
this guy is he was very good in if you wanted to play like artisan but only with standard.
Hmm. And
Oh,
let me see. There was another. This okay.
so I heard you mention the Dragon Tower Archer.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
card has actually been seeing some play in the format. If you're a
Really.
slow mid-range deck,
Uh-huh.
you can just and you're like not sure what to do for your early game, you can just play one of those and gum down the board. It's pretty good.
Yeah. Shock Brigade. I was thinking that might be going to like a Cavalcade deck of some sort, maybe, possibly.
Shock Brigade. I don't even know what that one is.
Let me see. Let me shoot. Shock
Which is
Brigade.
maybe not a good decide.
It's this Muppet right
Oh,
here.
I do know this guy.
Yeah, it's very simple. It's not. It's I just kind of flagged it for like, maybe it's like a filler card or something like that.
You
Um,
know, I haven't thought about Cavalcade in a while, but that actually is. You're giving me some ideas here. I actually might want that one.
what about this? Do you think that she has a future somewhere?
Ooh,
Gainsborough. Have you seen this one before? I'm sure you
I
have.
have not. I This is actually the first. So note that this card is a rare, so I will
Yes,
not.
you're correct.
I
You're
will
correct.
not know it.
You are correct. I'm just saying like in general standard awareness. I
I
yeah
I actually have never seen this
yeah
before, and oh, I can see some really cool stuff you could do with
yeah
that.
yeah. So not for tonight. I flagged a few and I'm like, I got to crack some packs and maybe I'll get a few cards here and there. But this was
So
one that caught my eye.
legendary creatures have been getting more and more common, and this, oh, whoa, yeah. Wait a second, that's really cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I like that a lot
So that's one that I had flagged. There's another one. Let me see if I can find it.
because they've got like the
Cecil.
Aunt May card.
How about
Hmm.
Cecil? Have you seen Cecil?
Yes, Cecil is good.
Yeah, he made my watch list. As you can see, I do not have it in my collection, but there's some cards that I'm like, I've taken a break from Magic because I've been trying to focus this year on building a Discord community, and so man, that takes so much stinking time, a lot of time, and so I haven't had as much Magic time because I'm having to do collabs of other games, and it's kind of like fallen by the wayside. But I flagged Cecil, and I don't know, like I'm kind of
You are
mixed
correct.
mixed
You
on
are
him.
100% correct.
Yeah,
The fact the fact that you lose life, well, first of all, 1 mana 2/3 creature, already amazing.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
that's gonna put on so much pressure.
yep,
And then it turns into a 4/4 lifelink. Like
yeah, yeah,
it
yeah.
just scales into the late game.
It does.
Mm.
How
I've
about
seen it in decks that's good.
this Muppet?
Um Under your control, tapped and attacking.
I know, I knew,
Oh,
I knew that,
weird.
I know that rare is not your game. So I didn't come in like trying to persuade you to get rare. It's just I had him flagged. I'm like, I wonder what Rooker would say if he saw these cards. I mean, like maybe he's aware or
Okay.
not. Yeah.
I think this card is not good,
Really?
but
Okay.
very fun.
Yeah.
So one of the big issues is when you play competitive,
Uh,
sometimes you're going to be facing someone who's playing like mono red aggro,
right.
and their most powerful creature is like 2 power, 2 toughness.
Right.
This is a lot of work to get like maybe like 4 power on the battlefield.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay. So you're not liking
So
this.
it's I think it could see place in sideboards.
Uh,
So if you're playing best of 3, you could swap it in against a deck that's like playing Reanimator and just reanimate from their graveyard. I could see that working,
this one I
but
think
I
you are gonna
don't think
like
so.
though. I think you would like this one.
Yes, this one's just bonkers.
But
It's
think of it like an enchantment stack, like a stacking enchantment deck. They
yeah,
can't.
this it's so insane. I see what you're saying.
Yeah. So
So
you don't have to have as many protection spells because you can guarantee to get this one on the field, which means you can like,
yeah,
and it
I
it has haste and trample, which means even if you stack something immediately on it, it can just roll.
I could see it being pretty decent, but I wouldn't say
Not
invest too heavily in it.
not game breaking. Just a quirky option.
Yeah, it's solid. It's I would honestly say it's good in the deck, but not as something you stack stuff onto.
Really?
I'd say it's just a secondary threat because it's already super strong and puts on a lot of pressure. And so your opponent might want to remove it even though you're stacking stuff on something else. Like I don't think it scales that well with the
Hmm,
enchantments.
hmm, hmm.
Its big thing is it deals damage the turn it comes down,
Right.
and the turn it comes down, you already spent mana on it, so you're probably not going to be pumping it up.
Interesting. All right, what about this one? This is the last one. I promise this is the last one, and then we'll go on. We'll go on to build something that you have shared. But what do you think of this? Let me see.
Frozen by Valgavoth.
This one right here. What do you think about this one?
Okay, we talked about stacking a bunch of stuff on something. I think this card is really funny. In fact, there's a YouTube video.
Is
I
there?
was trying to yeah, I was trying to catch up on a bit of the meta by watching some YouTube videos so I wouldn't
Hmm.
only know Artisan.
Right, right, right.
People would stick this on an indestructible creature. Like creatures that really don't do anything besides be indestructible. And then all damage that be dealt to you is dealt to the enchanted creature instead. And they literally didn't even care that it gave it +2, +2. And they just it was so funny because it actually worked really well.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And wasn't there a card like years ago called like I think it was a stuffy doll or something like that?
Yes, there's one in standard right now. It's not Stuffy Doll. It's black.
Hmm.
Oh, what's the name? It's an artifact creature and it's black. If you just look up damage dealt to you,
Hmm.
it will and it says any or damage dealt to this.
Uh, I'll look it up later. We're
Yeah.
we're about at the hour mark, and so I want to be respectful of your time. But all right, so let's see what what you would prefer to have me build, and then you kind of give me like a quick rundown, and then depending on where we are in time, maybe we can kick the tires on a game or two or three. So what do you got?
All
What
right.
what do you want me to start with? And
My the I'm thinking we build a deck not built around just life gain, but life link.
okay, all right.
This is going to be a scale up soup deck. The first card I want you to look up for is Mutable Pupa.
Mutable as in like that. Okay.
Sorry, I'm looking on my own screen as
No,
well
no,
for
you're
my
you're
list.
good. You're
Yeah.
good. You're good. All right. So how many
Four,
do I need of
four,
him? Four of him.
four
Okay.
copies. How many wild cards you got? Are we gonna be good on commons?
What do you got? This is what
Yeah,
I got.
okay.
Okay.
140 uncommon wild cards. We can build this
Okay.
for sure.
Okay. All right. Maybe we'll survive the night. Okay. What else you got?
Thunderous Orator.
Orator. Is it like this? This one? All right. How many of
Yes,
these you want?
Thunderous, all of them.
All of them. Give me every last one of them. Okay. All right.
We are doing a four of only deck, and now we're gonna do scale up.
Scale up. Okay.
So what's gonna go on
Now
is
is this
we
is
are
this going to be like green white?
green white.
Green white. Okay.
Scale up all four.
Okay. All right.
So look at the cards that we've got so far. Here's our theme. Mutable Pupa can get a bunch of random keyword abilities. Thunderous Orator also gets a bunch of random keyword abilities when you
Right.
play other creatures with those abilities.
Right.
Now, those abilities are usually on pretty weak creatures, but Thunderous Orator has 2 power. Mutable Pupa grows because it has Evolve on it, which means if you play a bigger creature, it'll get a +1/+1 counter.
Right.
And Scale Up just sets your thing to 6/4.
Oh, yeah.
So the entire rest of this deck is going to be how can we stick random, just creatures with keywords.
Okay, so
That is the goal.
okay, all right. All right, what else you got? What else you going added?
So Tenacious Pup,
Pup. I think I have the pup. Yep.
great card.
Okay. How many you want of these?
Oh, this is a 4 of pile.
Okay, got it. All right. What you got?
um, oh, what's the
And I
next good
apologize
one?
for my cough. It's my medication. It's like
Look up Angel Party.
Angel party. Let's have a party with angels. All right. One moment.
Angel of Unity.
Angel of
There we go.
Unity. Okay, got it.
It's a cleric. Hey, on
Right.
theme.
It is. It is on theme. Very good. Very good.
Um, I feel like there's some other important, cheaper creatures. Oh, Sheltered by Ghosts.
Oh, my favorite card in the whole world.
This card is a strong removal spell and gives lifelink. We love
This
lifelink today.
this is like stupid usage. This right here is the staple of any enchantment deck builds, whether it's like mono white or like white splash with any other color. Like this Muppet gets picked every time.
And notably, it also gives your creature +1 power, which, considering how heavy we're going to be on keywords, that will not be insignificant.
Right, right, right.
All right, now
Okay.
look up double strike.
Okay, double strike. Let's do.
Okay, and we are going to want Illuminator Virtuoso.
All right, hold on a second here. You said double strike? Was the name?
It's already on screen. It's already on screen.
Okay.
Illuminator Virtuoso.
Where? Okay, yep, yep. And you wanted four of these? Okay.
Yep. And
Yep.
then scroll sideways once, and I believe Shrike Force, or something called Shrike Force, will be on screen as well. Once you scroll right. It's a
Okay.
3-cost bird. It's a bird looking thing. Oh, never mind. Go one more scroll.
Okay.
Wait, really? One more? Okay. I didn't realize how many double strikers there were. Shrike Force, the birdie.
Yeah, got it. Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Since we're focusing so much on life gain, let's get Lonely Rider.
Lonely, lonely rider. Okay.
Uh, Craft? No, what? Lone Rider. It's just called Lone
Lone
Rider.
lone rider. My bad. Let me write lone rider. Okay, let's try this.
There we go. Lone Rider.
Yep.
It's the horse.
Yep, I got it.
Okay. Oh, and we're already there.
Yeah, we're there.
Hmm.
Okay. So,
Okay.
so is there anything else that you're wanting to like tweak or adjust, or you're like, this is like final version right here?
Let's see. Do we have? We've got Angel of Unity gives us flying. We've got scale up. Let's fix the lands.
Okay. Yep. Let's do
Look up Fortified Village.
village. Okay. Oh, fortified. Let's do fortified. Oh goodness. Okay.
There we
Oh,
go.
all right.
Uh, is that the right one? Wait, I think there's a non-rare version. Like, click on the arrow to like expand that on the Fortified Village. Yeah,
This
get the
one.
non-rare version. That way we don't spend any
Right. I
rare
gotcha.
wild cards.
I gotcha. I gotcha. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. We've got the Fortified Village. Um, let's see. We could trim a couple lands if we wanted to fit some more interaction or pub spells. Oh, that's the pub spell we need. Cut 4 lands, cut 2 plains, 2 forests,
Got it.
and add 4 wild shape.
Wild shape. All right. Four of these.
Yes.
Okay.
And I think the deck is good enough.
Okay. All right. So what do you want your theme picture to be? Like what do you feel best represents?
I think exactly what you have, the mutable pupa. This is about growing a little baby.
Okay, and then making it go crazy. All right, now we do have to pick. Oh, dog it. Where is it?
Extra life.
Yeah, I'm looking
There
for
it
it.
is.
No, this is the old
It's
one.
the white one.
It's the old
Oh,
one.
there's a new
That's.
one?
There's a new one that just came out. I just bought it last night. Give me a second. I got a few of these. Here
Oh,
we are. This one. This is 2025.
wonderful.
Yeah, yeah. So we got
Look
okay.
at that.
Perfect. All right, and then let's see. Do you want a different companion to like, or
Let's see which of these most looks like Children's Hospital. Um,
right?
I think we're good.
I think we're good too. Yeah, I think we're fine. Um, and let's see if I have anybody more cuddly. I'm not sure I have anybody cuddly.
Liliana is actually a physician.
Oh, yeah, oh, is she? Yeah, yeah, you're right on that.
Ugh,
She
the
studied
living are just
necromancy
so needy.
just because she wanted to become a better physician at first.
Right, right. Okay, so what do you want? What do we need? You know what we're gonna call this? Rooker Extra Life 2025. That's what we're gonna call it.
Excellent.
Oh, let me shrink this down here. Let's do Extra Life. I think we'll do that way, just like that. Okay, we'll do it that way.
Alrighty.
Craft all and finish.
Look at all those uncommon wild cards down the drain.
Ah, nah, it's fine. I've played this game a while. I got room for it. It's not a big deal.
I mean, a lot of these cards are useless outside of this deck,
It's
but in this
all good.
deck, they're going to be sick.
It is all good. It is all good. Let me quick check my stats real quick. We're still dropping frames like crazy. I wonder if it's a Magic the Gathering thing. Hold on one second here. Let me go to graphics. Frame limit. Let's go. Can we go 60? Maybe that'll help. I don't know. I've been playing like crazier games, and I don't know why it's like I don't know. There's some other factor that's in play
I
there.
think, I think it a little bit is going to be just um when you're in the search menu. This search menu for cards is really bogs down my computer at
Really?
least.
Oh, okay. So maybe that's it. Okay, yeah, we have been kind of in a while, but that's okay. We're hopefully the VOD is usable. We'll see. But alas, that's fine. All right. So is there anything you kind of mentioned? Some overview here. Is there
So,
other mechanics that you are factoring in? Or like you said, the whole thing is we're just looking for keywords. We're adding as many keywords as we can.
yeah, we're getting keywords and then a couple ways to pump our creatures. There's not actually a lot of pumping going on here. Note the Angel of Unity cares about party creatures,
Hmm.
which are clerics, rogues, warriors, and wizards.
Yep.
We actually have a couple of those. Illuminator Virtuoso is a cleric,
Hmm.
and Lone Rider is a rogue. That's all we've got, so we're not really relying on that too much. We just like Angel of Unity because it flies and gains life.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, you're absolutely right on that. Okay, so you want to like take it out into the wild and run it
Yeah,
against like a just an average player?
yeah. Let's
Let's.
let's just hop in the historic queue. Let's see what we run into.
We're
Definitely don't put this in ranked.
all right. Let's see if I can figure out. I gotta remember how to do these menus here. All right, let's do play, and then let me see historic play, and let's switch it out, and
Grab it.
then
There we go.
historic, and there we are. Yeah, I think we're ready to go. All right, and you can still see everything good. All right.
Here, I'm gonna cut my stream. So that way, maybe that's also bogging you down. Should have done that
Could.
earlier.
No, it's all good. We're making do. On the actual OBS, it looks clean, like it looks like smooth, but when I load it in the viewer, it's laggy. It's all good though. We're gonna just trust that the technology will work with us.
All right.
All right, so oh, okay.
Ooh.
T2s. Uh, I'm not ashamed of it. We can roll with it. I think we
This
got.
is actually really kind of good. Angel of Unity is great in multiples. It's a little clunky
Uh,
because you're gonna only start playing on turn two, but
right.
I say roll with it.
Yeah, yeah. I say we roll with it. The wild shape we can get at a later time, but we got a T1, T2, and we have two planes. Yeah, I think we can make do with it.
I think just spamming Angel of Unity could win the game on its own,
Really?
especially if our opponent's playing aggressive.
Okay, scales. Okay, interesting. All right.
So Angel of Unity, when it comes in, is going to pump a party creature in our hand. Note that Angel of Unity is a party creature.
Correct. Okay.
So we pump that one.
Nice.
Oh, they're playing elves. That's a little scary, but Angel of Unity.
Okay, Angel of Unity. All right, let's do Angel of Unity. And it doubled.
And those both pumped the one in your hand. And
Yes,
then
you
if
are
you played
correct.
the third one, so yeah, let's just keep swinging. Let's be aggressive because we're flying
Yep,
and we gain life.
yep, yep.
We're
I'd like that
definitely.
planes to show up eventually. It'll come to us. We have the right
Oh,
ratios. We can
what is
also.
that?
Oh,
The
this.
Guilt Leaf Dean. Whenever it attacks, you gain life. Okay, so now we've got an interesting decision point. We can play Sheltered by Ghost and get rid of Priest of Titania
Right,
to disrupt our opponent,
right.
or we can play Angel of Unity and get a 4/4 double striking creature next turn.
What
I
would you
actually
what do you think?
I think the correct play here is to put Sheltered by Ghosts on the bigger angel here. Get
Yep.
rid of Priest. Why
Okay.
the bigger angel? Because it's going to be able to attack. And I think. Oh, I was thinking target the Priest, actually. Never
Oh,
mind.
my
We can go
bad.
in with this.
Nope, my bad. Sorry about that. I figured we'd he has reach, so he'd be able to like knock out the smaller unit.
It's fair.
My bad, my
It,
bad.
it, it was kind of a toss up. There's a lot of decisions there, so I understand.
So
Let's
just swing
fire.
both? Swing both?
Yeah.
All right, let's swing it through.
Now that we've gotten rid of the reach, we can just run.
Yeah. And
I mean, we're going to gain so much life. Oh.
yeah, yeah, yeah. What do we got? What do we got?
Pumping their elves, pumping their elves. Classic elf
Okay.
stuff. Okay. I think we just play Third Angel of Unity.
Okay. And then it's still going to buff the rogues, so that's okay. Now,
Yep.
do we triple it on one or do we spread it?
So I don't think this game's gonna last that many more turns. So let's put it all on one so that we can actually play that one.
I gotcha. Okay, submit.
And once we play that one, it'll pump the other one.
You are correct.
So we're gonna get lots of these
Oh my gosh.
massive creatures.
And then
And now we just keep
yep,
swinging.
keep on swinging. The opponent's like
Opponent
yawning.
playing.
They don't know that we're doing commentary in real time. They can wait a few
Now,
seconds.
best possible draw here is green. We just need a
Yes.
forest.
Yep. That would be ideal.
And if we drew a forest, darn. Okay, Sheltered by Ghosts. I say we remove the reach creature again.
Okay, now do we stack it? Do we spread it onto the other 3/5, or do you want me to keep on buffing the 3/4?
So my thought is we spread because it's a little complex why, but yeah, we spread.
Yep. Yep. Yeah. Yep.
I put it on the smallest actually. Oh,
Oh,
never mind.
my
Too
bad.
late.
Sorry about that. Too late. You're right. Too late. My bad.
Opponent's not gaining any life.
And then swing it through.
Yeah.
Is there any
And now
time?
we just
Is there any time where we'd want to hold any blockers, or we just like we're going for it?
not with Angel of Unity. Maybe if we like knew they could attack for lethal, and they probably would next turn. Maybe if they were forced to attack next turn from something. I think we just full out swing with this though. Yep. Easy win. Maybe easy win. We'll see what they've got. Tyvar. They draw. Okay, yeah, they're dead. There's no way they can beat our life gain. This is what extra life is all about.
Yep.
It's about supporting people.
Yep. It is.
So
That
that
it
even
is.
when the worst unexpected things happen,
You're
we
prepared.
have
Yep.
fallback plans.
You got it. Oh my.
Oh. Well, we never drew. We never drew
That
our
is
green
wild.
mana. I mean, we are playing a very budget mana base, but
Yeah.
let's go.
All right. All right. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. Now, let's go back in. Let's go back in. And hold on a second here. And do we feel good about mana? Are you content with mana?
No, I was about to suggest we change it a little.
Okay.
So I think we we probably want closer to 21, 22 lands. We've only got 20 right now.
Yeah.
So my thought is, let's cut one wild shape
Okay. Right.
and one Shrike Force. Yeah, Shrike Force.
Okay.
And now, click on the colorless icon and then click on the land icon.
Colorless and the land. Okay. One
Or
second
wait, no,
here.
get rid of the color. No, get rid of the colorless. I meant. Sorry,
Okay. Sorry about that. So like this.
get rid of that.
Okay.
Yep, and then click green, white, and then click gold.
Green, white,
Oh
and
no, my bad.
what?
Wait, I meant the click on the green icon at the top. Let's
Oh,
let's
like
filter
this.
by dual lands. So let's click on gold.
Like this.
And
Okay. Sorry about that.
yes, you're
Okay.
good.
Sorry about that.
No, and I think the best option for this stream is we are going to play Blossoming Sands. So go back one. Blossoming Sands.
Yep.
They're in alphabetical. Two of those, perfect. Why are we
Okay.
choosing those? Because you gain an extra life when you play them.
That you do. It's extra life. Nice. Good show. Good show. All right. All right. So good deal. All right. Let's go in and fire up another game.
I'm having too much fun shouting out the charity at every possible moment.
Oh yeah, it's there's I remember when I saw the 970 some thousand, I'm like, they're gonna hit a million before it's all over. And then when I logged in today, I was like, man, that's so commendable. That's so commendable. Okay,
All
well, you
right.
know what? We're in a similar spot, but that T3 is a little bit sketchy. But
And three unplayables, and Angel of Unity is going to be better with other party spells. We mulligan, for
yeah,
sure.
yeah, okay. This
Oh, this is
T2s, yeah.
gold.
All right. So what do you think? What do you dump? What do you dump for the cut?
I think we actually dump Angel here. We don't have any parties in hand.
Okay. All right. So
So keep
keep
six and then
six. Yep.
dump.
Keep six and drop the angel. Okay.
Oh,
There you go.
we are going to see the overwhelming power of scale up soon. So
Okay.
play a planes first,
Okay. Very
just
good.
to reveal information as late as possible.
Right. Okay.
Oh, oh, that's interesting. Decision time. Um, I would say we actually play Illuminator Virtuoso first.
Okay. You want me to spread it into forest or run a plains to hide the green?
I think planes hide green.
Okay. Let's do this.
It's unlikely we're gonna want to double green any turn soon.
Okay. All right.
Okay, this could potentially do something really silly. Okay, we sheltered by ghosts that for sure.
Okay.
Oh, and we've got the wild shape held up. Perfect. Okay.
Okay. So you want
Shel-
the ghost first?
yeah, ghost them.
Okay. Now do we got a ward? We have to pay ward, but that's okay, right?
We Yep. Okay. Um I think we actually discard Shrike Force here. I think we can win with just the two creatures.
So then just to submit one and we're good, right?
Yep.
Okay.
And we want to discard a creature because it gives us the benefit. Pay 3 life. Oh no. Good thing we've got extra life.
So then just resolve, right? And then I'm good.
Yeah.
I haven't played this in so long. I got to remember how to play the game. Pay life. Let's
Reach.
take action. Or is it decline?
No, take action.
Take
Definitely
action.
take
Okay,
action.
take action.
Otherwise, that spell wouldn't have worked.
Okay.
And now we're actually gonna. I think it's worth it to watch. Oh no, scale up. Scale up. They don't have a blocker.
Okay.
This is going to be a ton of damage. Discard the pupa.
Okay.
I think we might even have lethal this turn.
Are you serious?
Close to it. Nope, one off.
And then just all attack?
One off. Yeah, all attack.
Oh my
If we
God.
had one more power on him, this would have dealt 20.
That is just whack. Wow, yeah, the double strike. That is crazy.
Oh,
What was
they made
that?
a sac. They made us sacrifice it.
Okay, all right.
So I guess we play the village, play a rider, and we hold up wild shape. Yeah, so double white. Yep. And now we just wait.
Okay, then just
So
next.
that wild shape has multiple abilities on it. Note, one of them is to give it hexproof, and one of them is to give it trample. We're gonna so pass the turn, but if they try to kill our lone rider, we can protect it with wild shape.
Yep,
If not, we can use it on offense on our turn.
got it.
And here we protect it.
Okay.
Wild shape, it gains hexproof.
Very nice. Very, very
And this
nice.
is actually a kind of close game. I guess just dump our hand. We can't really attack though.
So, what do you think we want to play here?
Both. I mean,
Both
we
of
can
them.
play both.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So just
And now Angel flies. So in 2 turns we kill our opponent, hopefully.
so this is a pass, right? Because we can't. We're not gonna have enough to like get through that 3-2.
Can't break through it. Drawing another scale up would be really funny. I would love a scale up. Okay, they're gonna sack that pest. Notably, the pest, when sacrificed, gains a life. Our opponent's celebrating extra life? What?
Right. A little bit
Oh,
sketchier.
whoa, wait. Wait a second, they're like life gain themed. Okay, now here is a crazy play. So Lone Rider, if you read it, it says if you gain 3 or more life this turn, transform it and it becomes a 4/4 with trample.
Right.
I say we attack with everything. They can only block and kill one of them, or sacrifice their Lunarch veteran. Actually, wait, no, the Lunarch veteran gives them a blocker. Never mind, just Angel. We just Angel, sadly.
Okay.
It's almost worth it to attack with all 3, except they can kill both Lone Riders if they
Yes.
block
Yep.
1 and then double. Ugh. Alright, yep, we just pass. Hold the land in hand, keep our opponent guessing.
Yes. Yeah.
The old classic.
Ooh, Emperor.
Oh, that's brutal. Okay, they're gonna kill our Angel.
Yeah, that's okay. We are playing in historic queue, so our opponents have access to like all the same stuff we do. It is all good. It's all good.
Oh. Deadly Dispute and Sedgemoor Witch is a kind of cool combo. Okay, we can almost do it again. We can almost double attack and then play Blossoming Sands. Let's try it. We're gonna lose this game unless our opponent messes up. So let's just attack their face because they're less likely to block. Just double attack their face. Ignore the Emperor.
Yep.
And we hope. We hope they mess up. Okay, they block 1. They block 2, but they don't kill the second one because we have first strike. All right. Here we drop Blossoming Sands.
Which gets us to 3, which
We have
triggers.
3 life. Lone Rider flips.
Ah, yeah, there you go. There you go. Nice. That's very clever. I like that. I do like that.
Okay, we lose.
That's okay. That's okay. It's all good. It's all good.
It was a cool play.
Yeah, it is all good.
Oh, second Sedgemoor. I think we just concede. Nothing else we're
Yep,
gonna do
no,
this
that's-
game.
Yep, that's fine. We'll keep it
39 life. Not gonna cut it when our opponent's gonna just scale so well.
Yeah, it is all good.
Achievement.
I haven't played.
Achievement.
Yeah, I haven't played in a long time. There's a lot of achievements that I haven't gotten. Actually, you know what? Let me look here. Ready to claim? Well, just all ready. All kinds of random stuff. We'll collect that later. All right.
Alrighty. So we're at 1 win, 1 loss. Let's go. And to be perfectly fair, our win was against like a top tier historic deck. Like that wasn't just like a
Yes.
random pot.
Yep. That was very optimized. Definitely
And
indeed.
we almost killed our opponent on turn 3
That was yeah. That
in the
was
second one.
okay.
Oh,
Now
oh, this
this
is
is nice.
this is a broken hand.
Yep. Yep. We got a T1s,
Tenacious Pup,
T2s, T3s. Yep.
Tenacious Pup into Illuminator Virtuoso on its own is amazing. Yeah, let's
Yeah.
keep that.
Yep. I think that's good enough.
Okay, so Tenacious Pup will make the next spell we cast come in even bigger. So when we play Tenacious Pup turn 1, it's going to make our Illuminator Virtuoso turn 2 come in, and it will have Vigilance and Trample. Vigilance meaning it can attack without tapping, so it can also block. Trample meaning our opponent, if they block it, it just extra damage still kills them. Ooh. Okay. Gifted Aetherborn has Death Touch. If it deals any damage to our creature, it instantly dies.
Yes.
Luckily, with Double Strike, we can get around that. So I say just still play Illuminator Virtuoso. And I think our opponent will be shocked at how not useful that Gifted Aetherborn is. And no attacks, obviously. They could block it for free. Replicating Ring. Okay. Okay. Here we play Fortified Village because it comes into play untapped.
Okay.
If we still have the planes in hand, so show them the planes, so it comes into play untapped. And now we've got two options. We put on the pressure now with scale up, or we play Shrike Force and double scale up next turn. I'm personally partial to double scale up. That sounds
Okay.
really... Our opponent might not realize how much danger they're in until next turn.
Yes, that'd be very true. Yep.
Alright, so we just don't attack. Sadly. And hope our opponent just like does something, just slowly developing, nothing insane.
Now got a question while we're waiting. I'll try to mix in. Oh, what do we got? Oh, they're gonna wipe the board.
Oh,
Ooh, I saw that. That was wild. Wipe the board with crippling fear.
that
Okay.
was brutal. Okay. Well, I guess we just drop a Shrike Force and and the next turn we could shelter it by ghosts and scale it up. That'll be sick.
Yeah. So, have you ever played the old retro game by Micropose? The Chandelar game, like from the
No.
1990s.
Oh, you are going to want to play a land, by the
Oh,
way,
yep.
because we want them to think we can protect it, even though we can't. But Chandelar, tell me about it.
So basically, it's tied. The game is in like Windows, I don't know, Windows 98 or something, Windows 95. It's like super old, and it's by a company called Micropose. It's the first um, Magic the Gathering game, I believe, that came out in like PCs, and
I
it
remember
has
that.
like all the power cards. It's like
Um,
crazy,
Decline. We'll just let them attack with that. We don't care. We're going to gain more life than they will.
and then just no block it.
Yep, no blocks. In fact, I think our opponent just sealed their fate.
Okay.
Maybe. No. We can only... Wait. I think... No, we don't have lethal. Okay. Sheltered by Ghosts, the Shrike Force, just to give it the life link. Probably choose the Clackbridge Troll. Makes sense.
Yep, it does.
And then we just scale up the bird and we scale up a goat. Scale up will make it very strong. It'll have 7 power because of the Sheltered by Ghosts.
And then
And
one
then a
one
goat.
on the goat.
Yeah, might as well, because we've got another scale up in hand. And now we just attack with, not all, but 2. Lots of damage here.
Yeah, oh my gosh, that's wild.
This deck deals so much burst damage, it's beautiful.
That is crazy. Yeah.
Like, even if they kill the Shrike Force, which is hard because it now has Ward.
Okay, what do we got? What do we got? Soren.
Consider yourself fortunate.
Oh, a flying
You
vampire.
can deal with my servant. I'm busy.
Okay, annoying. Okay, we cannot pose lethal this turn. So I think we just play the Orator. Yeah, just play Orator, I think. And then we just pass and see what happens. They don't want to attack because our Strike Force can do an insane amount on defense.
Well, they have to have a blocker. They need one block.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they're forfeiting the lethal damage to us.
Well, they don't know we have a third scale up.
That is true.
They'll never spec the third one.
And then,
Oh,
no, go ahead.
we don't really care about blocking here because our life total just keeps going up.
Yeah.
Ooh, they're gonna lose life equal to its mana value if they put it into hand. They're down to 6.
Blood for knowledge.
That is
A
big
fool's
news. There are now quite a few cards that give us nearly guaranteed lethal.
Oh, meat hook. Well, oh my god.
We win. Oh no, we don't. Meat Hook Massacre gains them life. Oh. Okay, wait. Play the planes.
Okay.
We might yet
planes.
have this. We might have this.
Okay.
So note scale up. If you read it closely, it has this overload ability.
Uh-huh.
If we get 6 mana, which we're 1 away from, we can make all of the goats big.
Oh yeah.
So we could win with overload scale up. We just need to draw a land, so we just keep winning.
Okay, so then let me see. Just no block, and then just we can eat the 8 for another turn easily, right?
Yeah, we can eat some damage thanks to our extra life. I'm sure that people watching this VOD are not laughing at my joke, but I just enjoy saying extra life anytime I can.
Oh goodness.
Ooh, Shieldred.
Yeah.
Okay, do not sacrifice a creature.
So
We're
decline,
okay
right?
the 8.
Decline.
Yep. And now if they attack with Clackbridge Troll and we draw a land, we probably win. No blocks.
Okay.
Oh wait, can you double check the card in their hand, the Alchemist's Gift thing? Their choice of Death Touch or Lifelink. Shoot. And we didn't draw the land. Frustrating. I think we have lost.
It's all good. You want to just like move on to the next game?
Yep. Let's move on.
All right. That's okay. Like it's for funsies. It's for funsies.
Oh, absolutely. But I enjoy searching for the line that gets us there.
And the curious thing about when you do deck brewing, which is basically like what Rooker has like done the courtesy of doing homework for us on, is it's tweaking a design. So you come in with ideas, but every time you win and lose, you're like, oh, that's something that, and then you bring the information back, and then you can, as you choose and have the resources and have the crafting cards, you can further modify that deck to your liking. So
Yep. A very continuous process.
yeah, yep.
I got in trouble once at a tournament actually because I unthinkingly did a small tweak to my deck mid-tournament.
Oh, and you have to have the deck declared, right?
Yeah, and I had like officially posted what my deck list was for the tournament. And my opponent realized what happened and they're like, I get it. And I lost the match anyway, so no harm. And I immediately switched it back, but
Oh.
it was a little embarrassing.
You know what I think? I think some of it is for my frame drop is I think some of it is like weather related.
Oh, this
It's
is a
like
decent hand.
yeah.
Okay, yeah. So we've got Blossoming Sands, which is tapped, so we don't really get a turn 1 play anyways. But then we've got Thunderous Orator, followed by Keyword Soup Lone Rider. Oh, yeah, this will be good. This will be good.
Okay.
Oh, I'm trying to think, is there... Yeah, we just Blossoming Sands. Oh my goodness, we can almost do something really cool. Not quite, though.
Okay.
My thought was, so Thunderous Orator gets the keywords. Oh wait, we can! Oh my goodness. So turn 2, we play Thunderous Orator. And whenever it attacks, it steals the keywords from all your other creatures.
In your hand, correct?
No, on the field.
Oh, I got you.
So my thought was, if we play Lone Rider on turn 3, Thunderous Orator gets lifelink, and then we play Blossoming Sands and get 3 lifelink and flip Lone Rider. So that's a
Yeah.
really good option, but I actually think Angel of Unity is just better. It'll pump the Orator.
Okay. All right. So planes, and then you want Angel.
Actually, you know what? Let's go for it. Let's drop Orator. Let's drop Orator and hope our opponent can't kill it.
Okay. All right. Let's drop order. Okay.
They definitely can. Okay. So you'll notice our opponent was given a chance to make a decision here.
Yep.
They did not have that chance to make the decision earlier in our turn, which means their decision has to do something with the card we just played. They can probably kill it. What did they discard? They discarded. Oh shoot, they are a Reanimator deck. So they're trying to put big cards into their graveyard and bring them back.
Yep.
Yikes.
That is a really cool card sleeve. Yeah, I like that.
Mutable Pupa is so tempting to play here. Here's my thoughts. We play Lone Rider this turn.
Okay.
And then next turn we can play Pupa followed by Angel to pump the Pupa.
Okay. So
Do
do you want me to put the sands down at any point in time?
I mean, doesn't really... We need to play it this turn, yes, but doesn't matter the timing.
Okay. All right. So we'll do Rider. Sands.
So...
And then...
Mutable Pupa is actually the card I'm most interested in the deck. I have never played a game with Mutable Pupa before, so I'm really curious how well it works.
Okay.
And we may not find out. Alright, so our opponent removes the Angel. That makes sense. They play Fear of Missing Out, classic.
FOMO.
They do have Delirium, so that card's going to be really strong. Okay. My thoughts, I think we just play the Pupa. Oh wait, yeah. And now we scare our opponent by swinging in with Lone Rider.
Okay.
If they choose to block it, we can just wild shape it into a 3/3.
Right.
And because it has first strike, it will survive. If they don't, we can Sheltered by Ghosts. Actually, I think we save Sheltered by Ghosts. So we just wild shape no matter what, but let's wait for them to choose to block first.
So just next.
Yep. Next. Let's see what they do.
And then shape
They
it.
choose to block. Now we wild shape it into a 3/3. 3/3 elephant with trample.
And then it converts it. Nice.
Now our opponent's probably going to resurrect some massive dude this turn. All right. Demons you control have menace, lifelink, etc. At the beginning of combat on your turn, you can exile a creature and create a token copy of it, so they get back FOMO. Okay. Very difficult to deal with. Oh, goodness. And we can't even block it because it has menace, and they get to attack again. and get a new creature again. Holy, that's impressive.
It is.
Oh, and it's another fear. So they get another attack. Whew. I think we are dead. Because they get one more attack for 7. Oh, and they get another creature too.
That
Oh, that's
is crazy. That is worthy of a good game.
absolutely. Oh, they hit him with a double good game. Lame. Bad mannered.
That was,
All right, that was cool.
yeah, that was interesting, and it's okay, like, because as much as we have the creative deck of the night, there are other people that are bringing like crazy, deck builds, and they're playing, right? They're not doing it for charity, but just for their enjoyment. So it's always good to see like community ideas, because even if you lose a game but you get a good idea, you still won. That's how I think of it, right? Even if you
I'm gonna
lost the
be
game,
perfectly honest.
what's that?
Our deck is not certainly that creative, I would say. There were a couple decks I was considering us doing for this, and some of them were the most janky pile of weird interactions.
And I would have been fine with it. Whatever you would have picked, I would have rolled with it. It would have been perfectly fine. All right.
Okay, so I'm thinking we give it one more run before we do any tuning.
Okay, let's go on.
If you're okay with that.
No, that's perfectly fine. I am adaptive. That is good.
I still really want to see Mutable Pupa in our opening hand with a green source.
Yes, that would be interesting.
Turn 1 Pupa, please. No turn
I
1 Pupa, but a pretty solid hand.
I think I know what it was. The frame rate stuff. I think it was like local weather. There's like tornado weather around, and the like my internet provider is like really like finicky. Uh, I'm not like on wireless, but like sometimes my internet just like really wigs out with the weather. I think it actually was weather related because now I'm strong signal and no frame drop, and we haven't changed anything. I think it was my ISP. But
Makes sense.
yeah, yeah, I live out in the middle of nowhere, so it's weird stuff like that happens with my internet provider. Yeah, okay, so T2, 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 and a T3. Hmm.
Importantly, Angel of Unity and multiple party creatures.
Yes. So you content
I
with
think we
this?
keep.
Yeah, I think we can
Yeah.
work with it.
We're also on the draw. Maybe there's a chance we draw one of our 8 good 1-drops. Nope.
Okay.
Alright. Guess we just play a forest.
Okay.
Because I think that'll confuse our opponent the most. These are the tiny optimizations that I enjoy looking for.
Right.
Yeah, I guess we just drop Angel.
Okay.
Drop an Angel, pump an Orator. Now the big question is what to use our wild shape on. In my mind, at least, right now. Ooh, Pupa is big. So we're gonna play the Forest.
Okay.
Forest, Pupa, Orator. The pumped Orator. Because our opponent is not red or black. Yeah. If our opponent was red or black, there'd be a chance we want to build one big Orator. Doesn't matter which one, they're equal.
Yep. They are running a large.
We wouldn't want a lot of.
They're running a really large deck size, aren't they?
Oh yeah, they've got a
Does it
nice
seem kinda-
number of cards right now.
Yeah, and then still swing at the 1/3, right?
Yep. This is a very common thing that new players do. Is they're like, oh, this card would be really good in my deck. I'm just gonna stick it in, even though there's not space,
Yeah.
and then end up with a card with. Oh.
Yeah. All right. So what do we do here? What do you want to do? Do you want to like nuke the Calyx?
I think we nuke the Calyx. I think we put Sheltered by Ghosts on the Pupa because it doesn't have lifelink yet.
Mm-hmm.
And then we just hold up Wild Shape as our protection.
And just for those that are listening, the reason why you want to keep at 60 is you want to maximize your card draw probabilities. It's the math part of the game. And then just roll it, right?
Yep. Yep. Yeah, if you have like 61 cards, well, when you add the 61st card, you are making all 60 of the cards you already had in the deck less likely to be drawn, so you're actually making them worse. So it's just not worth it to add that 61st card.
It's probability dilute. You're diluting your card probabilities.
Yep.
Yeah.
And we're not going to play any wild shape until they give us a reason to. So let's keep passing. Okay. Drawing a land would actually be really nice this turn. Because if we draw a land, we could play Shrike Force, which would pump up the Pupa, make it way stronger, and we could still hold up Wild Shape to protect it. Oh wait, it has Ward. We're good. Our
Okay.
turn.
There you
Oh,
go.
and we drew the land in.
Yep.
Nice. So land Shrike Force. Shrike Force will pump up the Pupa and give it flying and double strike.
Gosh, look at that craziness.
Okay, this is what I pictured when I first saw Pupa, and we can attack with everything, because literally everything's going to get flying.
Nice.
Orator gets flying when it attacks, because something on our team has flying, and this is lethal. This is very lethal.
Do I need to wild shape any of it?
Nope, we just wait. This is already lethal, so we wait for our opponent to make the first move. Alright, guess we win.
That works. Was there any way that they could have like saved that?
Maybe. So what they could have had is some way to some sort of like flash aura
Mm-hmm.
that would have given their Jukai naturalists extra strength
To
and
survive.
reach.
Yeah. Hmm.
And so they could have maybe blocked one of our creatures. Jukai naturalist has life links. They could have gained some life and blocked one of our creatures, stayed in for a little bit longer, but we
It-
were in a really good position.
Yeah, that was really good card draw. Yeah, definitely.
All
Okay,
right,
all right.
Pupa performed as hoped.
Yes, it really did deliver as promised. What do you think? I mean, are you feeling like very confident about this? I mean, it's we've when we've won like well. And the thing to remember if you're watching this is the games that we lost, they're against Muppets who have like rock star historic decks, right? They're like
And the deck still performed well.
this is a very low cost deck if you think about let me just kind of cycle through it real quickly. What? Silver, 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 uncommon, uncommon. I mean, you look through and this is a very, very low cost deck. So,
Literally no comments, just
yeah,
pure uncommon.
yeah, but uncommons like you get that all day long. That's not a thing. A beginner
Okay,
player could put this together very easily.
so I'm wanting to improve the deck very slightly, and
Okay.
I'm noticing we have too many two drops,
Okay.
and some of our two drops aren't performing as well as hoped.
Okay.
So I would say cut the two lone riders,
Got it.
and Strike Force and Wild Shape have both been amazing. So let's bring them back to 4.
Okay. So, all right. And
Wild Shape as well.
wild shape. Yep.
And I think that's all I'd change. This is looking really good. I'm
Okay.
really liking how the deck's looking. We've had quite a few times where we've drawn exactly the right number of lands.
Hmm.
Yeah,
So now
this is beautiful.
I'm curious. Have you played this deck before, or was this like you had the idea, you had the concept, and like you're seeing elements of it for the first time yourself?
When I first got into Magic and I heard about Artisan, the
Mhm.
very first deck I built was based around Thunderous Orator. It didn't have scale up.
Right.
It didn't have a lot of the cards that are in this list.
Right.
But as soon as I saw Mutated Pupa as a newer card, my thought was I can go back to the old deck, the first deck that got me into Artisan.
Yeah.
This
And
weird double strike deck.
And the curious thing is, once you find cards, well, hold on a second. Let's look here. We got a T2, T2, T1, T1, T1.
This is good.
Yeah,
This
I
is
mean,
actually good.
yeah, you got the diversity of cards. You got a T1 through T2. Yeah, I think you could work with that.
Alright, I guess we just play the forest. Let our opponent wonder if we're elves.
Right.
Fortified village here. Because it comes into play untapped only if we still have a land in hand. And Angel first, just to pump the Orator. Next turn we can...
Go ahead.
Oh.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, you next turn we can play Orator and have Wild Shape held up to protect it. Oh, this is really good.
So Orator?
Yes,
Okay,
Orator. And you know what? I don't even think... Our opponent seems to be mono green. I don't even think we need protection. I say we just scale up Angel. And just bash in for 6 damage this turn. Let's put some pressure on them. Like, usually I don't like putting on pressure because I like my opponents to make mistakes and then die out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
Like, not even mistakes, but like, make my opponent think they're not under pressure.
Right.
But here, pressure is going to be great. Yeah, we just play Lone Rider. And I think the best play here is just going to be to scale up the Orator. No, the Angel. Scale up the Angel.
I'll wait until the attack. Or well, no, we got to do it now, don't we?
It's a sorcery. You cannot play it after attack.
Yep. No, we got to do that now.
It would be broken if you could do it as a surprise.
Yeah, that would be kind of nice.
And then we just get in there for 9.
Yeah,
and next turn we can attack for 9, or for 6 flying damage because we can wild shape the Angel, and we're good.
And it converts it. Dog it. That's crazy. This is a really. Do you think this is a beginner player? I mean, didn't they have like a higher rank listed?
But these are kind of broken cards they're playing.
Or are they?
It looks like they're a ramp. They're just a ramp deck that didn't draw the ramp early enough.
Ah.
We are actually in trouble. I did not expect that. Wild Shape can pump. Wild Shape only targets our own creatures, just double checking.
Correct.
Yeah. I was almost certain of that, but I hoped. Okay, so they can block our flyers with that Railway Brawler. Is there a way out of this? I guess we just have to wait a turn and hope for the best, but it's really unlikely this is good. Blossoming Sands, I guess, and then... What are the draws that get us out of this situation? I guess Scale Up. Scale Up could maybe do something. We'll see. Alright, let's just pass the turn. Okay. Shrike Force actually could do a fair amount by giving our Orator double strike.
Woo! That's party time right there.
Okay, whenever a creature deals combat damage on their turn, it doubles its +1/+1 counters. Okay.
I think I got one of those in my collection somewhere. That's a spicy card. When I saw that, I'm like, ooh, that's gonna be fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and they got Brawler. Yeah, Brawler tricks too. Yeah, nice. Yeah.
Okay. Now the question is, how greedy is our opponent? Oh, you know what would win us the game? Sheltered by Ghosts. We just need to draw Sheltered by Ghosts. Okay, luckily we have extra life. We can tank a fair amount of damage. And they can really only attack with... Oh, they don't even attack with it. Wow. Alright. They're scared. Ugh. Okay, we still play a forest this turn. Just because we could get Scale Up and overload it next turn with 6 lands.
Right.
But our chances to win this game are slipping away.
That's okay. It's for funsies.
We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 possible draws that could win us the game. We're just gonna hope for those. And pass the turn. Let's go. No attacks.
Right.
It that rides as 1 will hopefully keep us alive this turn. Holy. Okay, their board is just massive. Whatever. Yep.
That's kind of spicy.
26 plus 19. All right, we hope they don't realize they can kill us. That's the goal. Or they're scared. They're scared we have a trick. Okay. Can we survive? Angel of Unity blocks Ouroboros. It that rides as 1 blocks Railway Brawler, I guess. It's all trampling. We can wild shape the Angel of Unity. And then we don't have any outs that win us the game. Oh, we'd still have okay, yeah. Thunderous Orator blocks or Thunderous Orator.
All right, so I need to pass the blockers, right?
No. Yes, past the blockers, sorry.
All right, and then what? What do you want? Orator to who?
Orator in front of either of the Tramplers.
Okay.
Angel of Unity in front of Ouroboros.
Okay.
And then we wild shape. Don't put that in front of anything. We're just going to hope that somehow we do this. 2 blockers. Click that. And then we wild shape the Angel of Unity. That's the best chance we have. Give it 3/3 just so that we gain more life.
We're here.
Yep. And I'm pretty sure we're still dead, but I can hope. I can dream. Oh, I'm dumb. We could have blocked with it. That rises 1.
It's all good. It's all good.
We could have survived. We could have survived.
It is all good. No, it is cool.
Oh wait, no, but then we wouldn't have had lethal next turn. Yep. That is the best we could try for. Oh, we could have had lethal with Strike Force. Oh well.
It's all good.
Small misplay.
It is perfectly cool.
No, don't worry. I'm not mad. I'm making mental notes.
Oh goodness, yeah. All right.
Okay, let's try it again.
Yep. Also, we have just crossed the 2-hour mark. Just to let you know of that. So, as a courtesy.
Oh.
Courtesy. See, time flies when you have fun, right?
I know, but I really want to get more data points for this deck.
That's cool.
Oh, this hand is perfect.
Okay.
This is the dream.
All right.
Is there anything I would change from this hand? Maybe Angel of Unity. I don't know. Yeah, Pupa into Unity into Shrike. This is gonna be insane. Oh, this is gonna be really hard for our opponent to deal with. Oh, then they're slivers. They're not gonna interact. Yes. Okay, Angel. Yep. Pupa gets pumped up and gets flying in lifelink. Woo!
See, it's doing
And then
what
we're gonna drop. Oh, this is gonna be so good. And scale up. That seals the game. Next turn, they're dead.
You want strike?
Yep, strike them. This will pump up the Pupa and give it double strike. And then we just swing in with all. There is no chance they can kill us this turn. And next turn, we're gonna swing in for an unreal amount of damage. They can't even stop us. Because we just scale up the Strike Force. Scale up Strike Force, we win. That is the mutated Pupa dream draw. Holy.
There it is. Look at that. That's craziness. That's craziness. My gosh, that's craziness.
We just killed them on turn 4 through removal. Let's go.
That's pretty snazzy. Pretty snazzy. Now I got a tech question for you. So you obviously are like watching for certain things as you get more data points. You mentioned data points. Do you actually track like card draws and like the efficiency of decks in your collection, or is it just kind of like whatever you happen to remember at the time? Let's
So
crack a
a
pack.
lot of times,
I'm
so I
listening.
keep a mental notes mostly.
Hmm.
But what happens is I will have a deck and I'm considering a card, or let's say I just changed a card. So for example, recently we just added another Shrike Force
Right.
instead of a Lone Rider.
Right.
So every time I see Shrike Force or Lone Rider, I keep track of which one would I prefer was in my hand. Would I prefer that I flip flopped?
Right.
And so if I want Shrike Force more often than I want Lone Rider, then I should swap them.
Hmm. Hmm.
And
Yeah.
that's why I ended up deciding the multiple times we drew Lone Rider, I did a bit of math and discovered Wild Shape or Shrike Force. Either one would have been better than this card. So I was constantly looking at our hand and checking for Wild Shape and Shrike Force because they were the cards we cut, and Lone Rider was most consistently the card that would be better replaced by them.
Right. And also one thing that you mentioned kind of fits into the idea of deck building. When you have a deck, at least from my simple mind and perspective, is you have like your key mechanic cards that are like must-haves. So they're automatically fours. You never, under no scenario would you ever drop the count below four. And then there are other cards that it's like, well, we got to fill out the mana curve. We got to have contributors, but they're not like the rock stars. They're not the central mechanic, and thus um, that's when you're like, I don't want to see this every single game, but I wouldn't mind seeing it like every other. And then now maybe you're talking about making it a one or a two. But usually that's in like more of like a mid to a long range deck where you're kind of stretching out that gameplay. But I
And in this deck specifically, there's not very many good cards.
but they work together well. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, the reason that I'm running mostly Foros in this deck is because there's not really any card besides the ones that are in this deck that would go in this deck.
Hmm. Hmm.
That's kind of the main issue with this deck. But yes, I do agree. If I were playing a more mid-range deck, because I have a less all in on one idea game plan and I'm more looking for a long, drawn out game,
Yeah. Yeah.
you're definitely going to see a lot more one and two ofs.
Yeah. Yeah. For me, I always thought of if I'm running like one or two copies of a card, they're like either they're a lot higher on the mana curve, and I don't want to draw them in like my opening hand per se. I want to like maybe they'll show up and they're like acting as like a bomb character, but they're not like central. I don't want them every single time. And I don't know, maybe that's just a matter of like how the game was kind of like presented to me, like as to the simple, humble ideas of homebrewing that I've kind of read here and there is that there are cards you absolutely want every single game, and those get the fours. And then there's other cards that are lower value or you don't want to see all the time opening hand, and then you reduce the card probability and maybe you give it like a two or three card quantity just to kind of lower
Yeah.
the probabilities out, and then you sub in like other value cards that they have different synergies. And obviously the ideal being is like if you run four stack on like all your key components, that's the best you can do. But in some cases, like a player, they don't have like all the cards they need, and they kind of be like, well, I can't just spend like four rare cards, and I have one of the rare cards, but I don't have like the crafting cards I need, so I got to run like uh, less than ideal, more like filler cards, and then they just kind of grow into the deck as they go. And I think it's important to note that it's okay to have that if you don't have a perfect card draw probability. I'm not saying go over your deck count, but even if you don't have all the cards you need, you can always like gradually sub in more and more cards to get it where you need. You don't have the pressure of having the entire deck optimized right out of the box. And I think that's important to note because beginner players, they start with like nothing, right? And then they got to build their collection. Um, and so
And
it's important not to get discouraged by the fact you can't build your perfect deck right out of the box. Sometimes you have to like grow into it. Whether you're
once
cracking pack.
again,
Go ahead. Sorry, I'm sorry. I'm interrupting you.
this
Go ahead,
this
Cliff.
is why well, I'm interrupting you, but once again, this is why I recommend Artisan to new players because you will grow into the deck very quickly. Like within the first like 2 weeks of playing it, you can have a top tier Artisan deck.
Mm-hmm. Now I have a
Sorry, just gotta always plug.
no, that's fine. Now while we're waiting for it to queue up, have you observed that Artisan has overtaken Pauper as a format,
Um,
or not real? Not.
on on so Pauper is more the paper version. And Pauper is officially like supported by Wizards of the Coast. I would say that on Arena, I think Pauper and Artisan are about equally popular.
Right.
But I think the only reason that Pauper is popular, by the way, yes, this is a keep.
Yeah.
Orator into Strike Force is good. Here I would play Fortified Village untapped, honestly, just to scare the opponent. They might think we have a removal spell. But yeah, I think Pauper, the only reason it's as popular as Artisan on Arena is because of the history of people loving it in paper.
Right.
Wizards of the Coast occasionally runs Artisan events on Arena. So like that's where the format came from, is they officially had like Artisan stuff.
Okay.
Oh, interesting. That's a weird removal spell.
Okay.
We might remove their removal spell with a Sheltered by Ghost eventually.
Okay.
But all we can do for now is play Strike Force. So I would say
Or do you want
probably
planes?
It doesn't matter. I think Forest, because then we're presenting 2 green, 2 white. Our opponent has to consider more possibilities.
Right. Right.
Once again, tiny optimizations. Okay, our opponent's gonna start making 1/1 creatures. Annoying, but acceptable. Here, ooh, I think the correct play is really hard to figure out. I think Sheltered by Ghosts, yeah. I think we Sheltered by Ghosts while our opponent's tapped out, they can't remove it in response. We get rid of the Circle of Confinement, get back the Orator, and then we scale up the Strike Force, just get a lot of damage in this turn. That seems the smartest move. And then if our opponent removes us, we can still just play another Strike Force and then swing in with Scale Up next turn, in a couple turns. I love this deck. I love this deck so much. Oh man. I did not expect Strike Force to be this good, what with it costing 3, but it is performing. Holy.
That's cool. Yeah, it really is. I've been kind of like kind of watching some of the cards. There's not anyone that I'm like, you know what, this is like as soon as Rooker leaves, this is the card I'm shredding. There's not any of the cards that I'm like, yeah, this one's going. They're all bringing value to the table. Like every last card is bringing
Yeah.
something. I mean, there's some that are like they're the engine, right? They're the card engine, but all the cards are bringing something to the play. There's not any of them that
Yeah.
are like, yeah, I'll sub this one out.
I'm still thinking Lone Rider is probably the weakest, but they're all, we're getting stuff done.
Yeah.
I love winning.
Yeah, I'm gonna get some. We're kind of weak on.
Bad
the
mana, we got a
plane.
mole.
Yeah.
We got a mulligan.
Yeah.
Sad. Oh, this is fine though.
And then dump one of the forest maybe, or
Yep, yep. I agree. Yeah, so we're gonna dump forest. Hopefully we draw another party. Illuminator Virtuoso would probably be my favorite draw.
like sand open, or
Yeah. I mean, because we're not going to be spending the mana, might as well use the tapped land this turn.
yep, yep. It's coming in slow. You wanna like minimize its impact. Who is this Muppet in the right? The little purple fairy.
I think it's a fairy from Throne of Eldraine. Ooh, that's
Uh,
a good draw. Okay, Angel of Unity to lead off. Pump the second Angel. But I think the second Angel, we're just going to keep in hand for a little bit.
mhm.
We're going to go Strike Force next, just so that we give ourselves a chance to draw another party member.
Right.
You know, unless we like draw. If we draw Illuminator Virtuoso this turn, maybe we just drop the Angel. And yeah. Ooh, ho, ho. Okay. We just strike. We're gonna strike some forces and get in there. Lifelink Flyer rarely does not attack.
Mhm. Nice.
I think. Oh, white red. Interesting.
I love this card art.
Dude, yeah, the Japanese lands. The only complaint I have is that the swamp is very red, and so it looks like a mountain, but the art is just gorgeous.
Yeah, it's
I
yeah,
love that
yeah,
style.
yeah. I don't I try to do like alternate card art with like my coins from time to time, but I don't like the ones where all it is just the art is just kind of floating. I like the one where it's actually like a different art design. But every once in a while, I'll like look for a card, like a land, alternate art. I only buy
Okay,
like full. I'm sorry, no. Let's pick. What do we got? What do we want to do
sorry,
here?
Balloon Man. Can you hover over Balloon Man? I need to check something. Creates a copy of another creature, except it's a 1/1. Sacrifice at the beginning of the next end step and only as a sorcery. Okay, so this will not give them any blockers ever. Regardless, I still think we just rip the band-aid on the scale up this turn. We scale up Strike Force, play the Angel. Our opponent's going to know that they are in danger and potentially play a bit more defensively next turn,
So
but
put it on the
I think we
force, you
still do
say,
it. Yeah, I mean, double strike. Let's get six powered twice.
and then
And drop Angel. Just drop the Angel. I mean, it doesn't matter if you do it before or after combat. They don't have any decisions to make. There we go.
yeah, there we go. Yeah. Good, good, good.
Next turn, we can pump the Strike Force and the Angel to be 3 power. That'll give us 11 damage. So unless our opponent can gain 3 life this turn, or Sheltered by Ghosts is solid, that is an argument against using the scale up. We maybe should have saved the protection spell, but
Yeah, life happens. Life happens. It's all good.
ooh, okay, that's a good spell to draw. All right, let's just drop that.
This one.
And yeah, and then we can just swing on in. Sadly, the triggers just got wasted, but oh man, even when Angel of Unity, we're not even like getting the triggers. Save Wild Shape for defense.
Yep.
We're just gonna swing in. But even when Angel of Unity doesn't pop off with like tons of triggers, just having the flying life linker is so good.
Yeah, it really gives you a lot of flexibility getting that life gain.
Now our opponent may try to do something sneaky to attack with Soul Warden, but having Wild Shape plus Virtuoso, it's going to be really hard for them to attack us this turn, which means they won't be gaining life from the life link. When it enters or dies, make a bat. Okay, whatever. Oh, that's annoying with the Balloon Man. That's clever. I like that. Because they can create a copy of it, which will enter and then immediately die at the end of turn, and so they'll get 2 extra bats from Balloon Man. Very cool. And they're going to gain a fair amount of life because of Soul Warden. They're about to gain 3 more. Luckily, our opponent is tapped out, and they may not know it yet, but they are dead. Because we are going to give Illuminator Virtuoso Trample. Sure, whatever. Take all that damage. Okay. And what's this resolve? Sure. They get a bat, they get a life. Okay. Planes, not great. Let's just keep it in hand for now. So I think step 1 is Wild Shape the Virtuo. No. Step 1 is attack in with everything.
Okay.
And then we let our opponent potentially make mistakes. Excellent. Okay. Gonna do anything else, opponent? Interesting. Okay, Wild Shape the Virtuoso. Let's give it Trample. It'll Connive. Sweet, we just got through a land. Let's discard one of those lands. And we just cruise on through. Yeah, let's just let it. Our opponent's not really presenting anything that makes... They're not really pressuring us to kill them quickly.
What do you think what do you think their biggest hope is? What are they hoping for?
I think they're just trying to do silly things with the Balloon Man. I don't think they have a super solid game plan.
So you think they're like...
I'm gonna be honest.
You think they're playtesting? Like just playtesting like combos and synergies?
Sort of. Some people would call it a full deck. I mean, a lot of people don't take deck building super seriously. They're like, oh, I love the Jolly Balloon Man. I'm gonna play a deck that is designed to make him look as good as possible.
Oh, so this is like just like for them, it's like just some kind of jank build.
I think so. I think this is literally just a pile of cards that they thought would work well.
Nice.
I like that our opponent has to think. Always a good sign.
Burning timeouts.
That they don't have anything good going.
Yeah. Except the cool land art. They got that going on. That's pretty cool. I really do like that art. Man, that's good. Isn't there another like a different artist, Japanese card art that's really cool. It's like a darker theme though. Oh, Toby.
Maybe?
There we got Toby. Interesting, Toby. Fun.
Note what Toby does. When it enters, it makes a 4/4 token. And hey, guess what? They're going to use Jolly Balloon Man to copy it and make more 4/4 tokens. Yeah, this is definitely Jolly Balloon Man jank pile. I love it. Oh wait, there's something interesting though. This 4/4 is going to get flying, I believe. Cause read Toby again. As long as you control 4 or more creature tokens, those creature tokens all have flying.
They got the bats too.
Interesting. They're about to get their 4th token.
There, yep. Well, yeah. There it went.
Well, because when it enters, it's going to give them another 4/4. This is clever. I like opponents' synergies. This is very cool. However, all the extra life we have gained is making things a little tough for them, I believe. Okay, sadly we just have to take it. That does gain the more life, too. We're both gaining a lot of life. Game's going longer than we would hope. Thunderous Orator. That is really good. That is going to be a double strike flying lifelink vigilance creature. Oh, wait. We're going to have to do something risky first, though.
Okay.
Attack with Illuminator Virtuoso.
Like right now.
Yes.
Just him.
Just him. Well, because they can block the other guys.
Yep, yep.
Now they're going to try and block with a 4/4. One would assume. We're going to hope they don't block with 2 4/4s. Oh, that's a good play. That's less good play. That's a great play. Oh no, that's not a great play. Okay, we're going to wild shape the Illuminator Virtuoso to make it a 3/3. And now when we target Illuminator Virtuoso, it's going to connive. Sadly, this is why we didn't play Thunderous Order yet. I was hoping we draw a non-land, but if we discard a non-land card here, he gets +1/+1. So we have to discard the Thunderous Order. But now he will be a 4/4, and we can kill the beast first, so put the beast damage first. We'll kill the beast with the first strike, so it will not fight back. And then the second strike, the bat will only deal 1 damage to us.
True that.
Maybe not ideal. I guess we play a plains at this point. Maybe start working towards overload scale up. It's always a little bit of a trade-off because the lands are also things we can cycle away thanks to the connive on the Illuminator Virtuoso. Which, by the way, we haven't drawn very many times.
Yeah.
Ugh. But it has been, like, one of the best draws both times we've drawn it, even though this game's looking pretty bad at this point. A Johnny.
Right beside me, brother.
Oh my goodness, that's so good with Balloon Man. Okay. He's gonna get bigger anytime a cat dies. They're going to copy a Johnny. They will have 2 Ajani's. Ajani is a legendary, so one of the Ajanis will die, forcing the other one to flip. Oh, this is so smart. They're about to pop off so hard this turn. It's insane. Wait, what?
And an Ocelot Pride? Oh my gosh, that's crazy. That is like a mental card. I love that card. I wish I had one of them.
Okay, this is the most...
I'm sorry, I'm blocking your screen. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Oh, what? Wait, actually? Just block that with the Big Angel of Unity.
Okay. They're tapped out.
That's
They can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
And we get the card.
We're gonna get the Strike Force back.
Yeah.
Why would they do this?
I don't understand that. Is it?
And they can't gain life anymore from the Soul Warden. That was just pure mistake. Even though they're way ahead still, but why?
There is no world where my quarry can hide.
Yeah, we're dead. We're so dead.
Yeah.
I think we concede. There's nothing we can do.
That's fine. That's fine. It was fun seeing like
Yes, this was a
sure,
great game.
Yeah, we had fun. Yeah, but yeah, I'll admit I had not seen like synergies with Balloon Man do that kind of stuff before. But that's the joy of it. Like it's okay losing because we still won by gaining that knowledge.
Yeah. I'm kudos to the opponent for sure.
Yeah.
I think they even misplayed. I think they could have done even crazier things with Balloon Man there. If they had have copied a Johnny, I think they could have killed us that turn instead of copying the cat. But now I want to do it myself just so that I can.
Well, the VOD you'll have access to, right? So we're about 2.5 hours in.
Don't worry, I don't need the VOD. This is locked in.
Oh, you got it allocated to memory. Nice.
I think we can do like a couple more.
Yeah, that's
I,
fine.
I want I want it. Let's end on a win. The
Yeah.
classic.
Do you want? Are you content with everything and no other adjustments? You're good on everything here. Yeah.
Sheltered by. I wish we drew sheltered by ghosts more. Maybe a second removal spell.
I mean, to me, it looks fine.
Yeah, I
But
think
there,
we're good.
but there's, I don't have standard well versed right now, so there might be cards out there that I'm just unaware of.
I, my first thought is Patriarch's Humiliation would be okay in this deck. I'd want a removal spell that also potentially pumps one of our creatures. Oh, there's a new Spider-Man card. There would be a great removal spell for this. It's a pump spell. It's a pump/fight spell.
Oh, huh.
Ooh, I like this hand.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
very like this hand. I wish the Blossoming Sands was untapped, but oh, the
And green.
forest.
Yeah.
Yep, just drop that forest, drop a pupa. We are gonna do very well with that. It'd be nice to even just draw a second planes. Just saying, deck, in case you're listening.
Right.
Oh, Fortified Village, let's go. Fortified Village, we still have a planes in hand. I think we play Thunderous Orator here. Reason being, we don't really need Illuminator Virtuoso, because Thunderous Orator is going to get double strike next turn because of Strike Force. Thunderous Orator also has 2 power, so it pumps up the pupa. Good call from the opponent. Good call. But we are still going to pop off. Yeah, just plain Strike Force. Big damage. We're not going to need pump spells this game.
Nice.
So we're attacking for 6 in the air every turn right now. Our opponent's certainly ramping. It's a little scary. Here, a couple options. I think we do Pupa Virtuoso. And you can play the Blossoming Sands for sure. I think this will give us the most chance of insane damage next turn. Next turn we can do Pup into Virtuoso, which will pump the Pupa that we played this turn. We also could draw like any pump spell and insta-win. But it's really nice to know that we're not 100% reliant on our pump spells. Yeah, just Pup Virtuoso.
Or
Or
not.
just win.
Or
We have
not.
lethal.
Nice.
All
Yeah.
right. That's an okay ending, I believe.
Yes, I believe so, and I do appreciate you coming out and being a part of just this night. Um, and we'll get it on YouTube, and like I said, I don't know if one person will see it or 5 people will see it or 100 people will see it, but I think more than just like watching all the numbers and saying, oh, there was, you know, 100 people that watching. I think the important thing is that if everybody does a little bit of something, that
Yeah.
together, that's when a nation can change, like the future of many kids, facing massive medical issues. And so for me, I might not be able to, and between the two of us, we may have a little impact, but we made an impact somehow. And like I said, once it goes on YouTube and someone searches the name of the charity, they'll get the information, they'll hear some real life instances, and they'll see some cool card play, and so it's a win-win-win type situation. And so I thank you for spending a part of your evening, and special thanks to your family for them sharing you for the evening. And
Do
otherwise,
you mind if I
no, go ahead if you want to
do you, mi-
share anything.
I'm
Go.
I'm gonna share one last little story just related to the Extra Life charity.
Sure.
It's a famous story of a guy walking along the beach. There'd recently been a hurricane, and so the whole ecosystem was disrupted, and there were just starfish littered across the beach, all of them kind of dying. And there was this little girl walking along, and she tossed a couple starfish back into the water. And the guy said, "What are you doing? Like, this is, you're barely making an impact. There's so much devastation going on right now. Do you really think that throwing a couple starfish is going to make a difference?" And the girl picks up another starfish, throws it in the water, and says, "I made a difference to that one."
Yeah.
If you can make a difference, even if it's a small difference for one person, that's a person. So I myself cannot wait until I'm not living off top ramen and I can have the chance to donate to
Yeah.
charities.
But like I said earlier, is some I like to think of it this way: is some have talents, some have time, some have treasures. And I'm not rich by any means, but we do have, you have the talent. I don't know. I don't even have the magic talent. You have talent, and we both spent a little bit of time, and we have to trust that if we do our part, that there will be other people who actually have treasure, that actually have more resources than the two of us, that they'll make a difference in other ways. But we brought uh, a little bit of time. We set aside some time and brought visibility to it. And it, like I said, uh, even if it helps a little bit, combined with the story you shared of just helping one life, if if it goes to help one person or one kid, one family member, one hospital gets the resources they need, it's all, everybody working together is what is going to make the difference. And I think that um, in our own small way we made a difference, and that's what I think it's important to remember. And like I said, once we get it on YouTube, you never know who stumbles into our game night, and they learn about something, and they feel compelled, and they feel inspired to help in their own way. And so again, I really appreciate you coming out. I know you didn't have to. I know it seems like it's been like a long gap of time, and it truly has. But I do appreciate you being willing to, on very short notice, come out and do this charity event. And afterwards, we'll have to see if we can get together and do some like magic type stuff just for old time's sake. But I want to be respectful of your evening because I know you've had a full day. And so thank you so much for coming out. And otherwise, to those that are watching out on internet land, thank you so much for being a part of our charity event, and for bringing awareness and visibility to the Extra Life charity. And I hope all of you have a great night, and I will catch you later. Peace.
Thank you.